When I share, there we go. When I share the wins, that's happening in our life, the increases in my clients' credit score, or my friends, or the people that's getting 100K funding, the people that starting their own business, people are saying, oh, easy for them. You know, they have the money and they have the expertise and they have the knowledge, and people are telling me all this nonsense, bro. So I don't want that anymore. I don't want that anymore. So I'm gonna share for free how to get a 750 plus credit score and how to get 100K in funding. I'm also gonna share something that you guys are gonna love, right? Especially if you're an entrepreneur and you're on this call. I'm gonna share with you how to create pay stubs legally. I'm gonna show you how to create pay stubs legally. Is that okay? If that's okay, drop a one in the chat for me. If that's okay, drop a one in the chat. I'm gonna show you how to create a pay stub using your business, so when you go get funding, you can provide a pay stub for them. Right? I'm gonna share the same strategy that I use to get into this nice. I'm on the top floor of this apartment, 20 something floor, 21st. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm sharing that. I'm showing you guys the same strategy that I used to get here. I'm gonna share with you as well. I created pay stub using my business. I paid myself a good amount of money, and I showed it to the apartment people. I said, look what I get paid. Right? So I'm gonna share all that with you. I'm gonna share the things that people pay me thousands for. I'm gonna do it for free. Somebody said, are we doing the Navy Federal? We're gonna talk about Navy Federal, but we're not doing the Navy Federal tonight. Right? I know you guys love that, but that's not what we're doing tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this audio thing that's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and stop that, because I just realized that I'm talking over the music. Right? So I'm gonna go ahead and kick this off. Before I do that, I want you guys to go ahead and drop your name or where you're calling in from in the chat. Kira, next. I said I'm gonna do it. Not tonight. I said, but not tonight. Not tonight. Look out for it. I'll share that with you. I know you guys love that, so it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Navy Federal is what we use to get a lot of these funding plays done. So Kira is ready for that masterclass again. All right, so we have Facebook Live. All right, people still entering, but I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off because I want to respect everybody's time. So if you're on this call, right, and you're not a client, my name is André. If you're a client or somebody from one of my mentorship programs, you guys know me. They call me André, but most people know me as Mr. Big Faith. Mr. Big Faith because I live by Hebrews 11 verse 1. It says, no faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So I believe even when it doesn't look favorable for me, I believe that I was gonna have an 800 credit score, even when I had a 600 credit score. I believe that I would get out of the army and get out of that jail when these people were working me to sickness, right? So I just believed, right? I believe that I can get over 100K in personal funding, did that. Believe that I can get over 100K in business funding, did that, and still doing that because I love that part. So if you're on this call, I'm gonna talk a lot about how to get funding after we talk about the credit, right? So we have Tuma joining, right? So I'm gonna share with you guys, but my name is André, and I have a company called Big Faith Consulting, where I share secrets and gems from the credit space, right? All the things that all my colleagues and myself charge for, I give it away for free on a Sunday, and I call it community service. So there's two things that I'm doing with this, right? I'm getting JT, Abu, Kim, Mike. I'm getting all these people to get to know me, like me, and trust me, right? Because, you know, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. And I'm also going to give you the game so you can't say you never got anything to help you, right? I have clients that are started companies using this information and quit their 9 to 5. That's pretty cool, right? I have people that I have big time nurses walked away from their 9 to 5 because of this information. So it's going to be 8:10 in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off, right? So go ahead and drop some energy in the chat. I work off energy. If you guys give me low energy, I'm going to give you low energy, and you're going to say, this is boring. So that's because of you. I'm blaming you, right? So I need that energy in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to kick this off, okay? All right, let me make sure. I'm not so good with technology, so if I do anything crazy, just know I'm the credit guy, not the technology guy, okay? Don't be judging a brother. I am the credit guy, not the tech guy. All right, that's why I have my lovely assistant Shayna on the call here. She's gonna be able to share or fix anything that I do incorrectly. All right, Shayna? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and present. All right, let me know in the chat, let me know if you can see this clearly. Let me know if you can see this clearly. Don't want anybody to miss out on this information, especially my newbies that is coming in for the first time. All right, okay, good. So we can see it clearly. And then let me know, drop a 2 in the chat if you can hear me clearly. I don't want to talk for 5 hours and then you guys say you couldn't hear. All right, so a little bit of housekeeping. When we're doing a masterclass like this, I trust that you're not going to be on your phone distracted, because the thing that you might need, I might say it a little bit faster than you have the time to catch it, because you're trying to multi-focus. You can't multi-focus. Maybe multitask, but not multi-focus, right? So I want you to pay attention. I am not going to spend 3 hours out of my night just to waste your time. This is intentional, and this is information that could change your life if you apply it, right? That's the first housekeeping. You don't unmute yourself unless Shayna, my assistant, unmute you or ask you to be unmuted, or I ask you to be unmuted, right? I want to respect everybody. And then you can save the questions until the end. We're going to have a Q&A, so you don't have to worry about, just write your questions down if you have any questions, right? So you can relax. You can put your credit card away. I'm only going to talk about my service at the end for people that want my service. But this call is not to sell you something. It's to share with you guys the information that I know, so you don't have any excuse moving forward. Is that okay? Can I be real? Right? I'm a Christian, but I'm still hood. So I want to know if I can be real. Okay? All right. So next housekeeping note is I am going to be asking a lot of questions, so I need audience participation. I need you guys to be talking back in the chat. I need you guys to be dropping the fire and raising it, because I need the energy. And then the last one is, it's a masterclass. Masterclass implies that it's going to be more than 1 hour if you ever did a masterclass before. So it's probably going to push 2 hours and change. So if that's not something that you can commit to, it's okay. Just, slowly leave when the time comes. But it's going to be a long call. So just bear with me, okay? I'm going to share everything that I know in this space without boring you, right? Is that okay? All right, so we're going to kick this off. Let me drink some juice. So tonight we're going to talk about how to get a 750 credit score and 100K in funding. This is something that's dear to me because I've done this myself, and I want to be able to share with entrepreneurs and high-level individuals like yourself how to do the same thing. All right? So in this training, we're going to break down how to clean up your credit, your personal credit. We're going to show you how to get funding for your business, whether you want to invest in real estate, the stock market, crypto, like I did, right? Whether you want to open an Airbnb business, whether you want to do an Amazon FBA, like one of my colleagues, he bought an Amazon FBA, and I think he put like 200K in that store because he has funding as well. We know to do all the same things, right? So put like 200K in his store, and his store is killing it, right? And then we're going to show you how to just get funds just for do whatever you want. Maybe you want to move your debt from your personal side to your business side. Maybe you want to just pay off your car from the personal side so you can go apply for the house. Whatever it is that you want to do, if you pay attention, I'm going to say something that's going to appeal to you, right? So who is Mr. Big Faith? So my name is actually André Lewis. They call me Mr. Big Faith. That's what I'm better known as. I'm on social media at Mr. Big Faith. I was a military dude for 6 years, and the military was great, but I just needed to do something different with my life, right? I'm from Jamaica, so I talk super fast, and you might need a translator, so just turn on your little app if you can't understand me, right? So I will try to slow it down as best I can, right? But something about me that you need to know is that I am passionate about people. So that's why I believe, that's one of the reasons why I win, right? Vivian is trying to enter, Shayna. That's one of the reasons why I win, I believe, is because I am passionate about people, right? I naturally, genuinely love people. So when a person reaches out to me on social media, I send an automatic reply, and I also send my voice so they know I'm a real solid person, right? Because something that I care about, more than myself, if not, is people, right? I'm the guy that talks to the person that cleans the bathroom. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that talks to that waiter, the waitress, right? So passion is people. My purpose is to help people become the best version of themselves. So if you know me, Or if you follow me on social media, every day I'm talking about something to make you better. Whether it's how to make more money, how to become a better person, how to be a good guy in a relationship. I don't know. I'm always pouring something to make your life better, because that's what that's what my purpose aligns with. How to help people to become the best version of themselves. So if you know me, you know that's true. So my journey is like everybody else. I'm not gonna act like I have a badge of honor. Like I have like the same journey as everybody else. I had bad credit and then I fixed it, right? Got my credit to 795, and just recently we did something pretty cool, right? But I got my credit from the 600 club, so it wasn't so bad. Got it from the 600 club to the 797 club, and it took me honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, it took me a few years because my brother didn't know what he was doing. I didn't know what I was doing, and I paid a lot of money to learn this, right? I was able to get high limit business cards, which I have a bunch of business cards here to inspire you guys. I have like infinite cards in this wallet, man. Like every time I go to restaurants, they ask me if I'm in finance. I was like, why? Because your wallet, right? Obviously, they know the answer to that question, right? And I always invite them to the masterclass, right? So I have like infinite amount of business. I have 100, I don't know, maybe 300,000 here, just here alone, about 300K, right? So we're gonna talk about that as well. So I've been able to help my family and friends build and leverage their credits. I helped my brother get to a 757, which I'll talk about later. I have a lot of my friends get to 800. Shoot, I have a friend right now, he got to 850 and he didn't pay me any money, right? So clearly I know what I'm doing, right? I was able to start a rental car company, which I'll share that with you as well. We help people leverage their credits to pay for mentorship, real estate, masterclass, whatever it is that they want to pay for, right? We're going to show you that as well. No, I've also created a successful financial literacy company, which is Big Faith Consulting. And notice I said financial literacy because I'm not just talking about credit. Because I like to tell people that my name is André, they call me Mr. Big Faith, and I help high-level individuals repair, rebuild, and restore their personal credit so they can get business funding, so they can create cash flow and assets. So the goal of this masterclass is to help you have enough money and credibility to create cash flow so you can pay yourself, so you can have that $10,000 pay stub coming from your company name, so you can apply for that mortgage. I'm just giving you the gems slowly but surely, right? Also, I was able to quit the 9-to-5. No, I'm not promoting quitting the 9-to-5 because trust me, it was rough, right? I was living off my savings. It wasn't the best. I was counting every penny, but I had to make it work because I refused to stay in that job that was just using me and abusing me, right? When I said they were using me and abusing me, I worked so hard that I lost my relationship, but God did. God did. God always knows what he's doing, so I'm not mad about that. But the bottom line is I was always at work more than I was at home. So when I went home, it was like I went on a vacation. It looked different. It felt different, right? Because I was always at work slaving away for the people that didn't really appreciate me, right? So I just want to make that clear. I'm not bashing anybody's job because we know that people love their jobs and people are passionate about what they do. I just want to make sure that you guys understand that this is not to bash your job. And I don't want you to quit your job unless you're in a position to quit your job because I'm not going to lend you any money, right? So we've also helped many clients level up their credit. We have clients who are in the 800 club. We have clients that are in 850 club. We have people that have higher credit scores than me, and I'm the person that taught them how to do this thing. So clearly, I can show this with you. And some of them did not pay me. So you didn't pay me, so I'm going to share the same level of energy, expertise, and efficiency, like and effectiveness as I did for them, even though you guys are getting this for free. But what I don't want you to do, I don't want you to treat it like free information because people don't respect things that they don't pay for, unfortunately. So I want you to pretend for the next 2+ hours, I want you to pretend like that you paid me $10,000 for this. I want you to take out your pen and paper because you're only going to retain. I have a pen and paper and I'm doing the masterclass. I have a pen and paper and I'm the one that's doing it. So you need to be writing stuff down because you're not going to remember. And if you want this information on a recording, you have to pay for it. So you might as well pay attention or come next Sunday, right? So this is not something to take for granted and it's not something that to take lightly because we've had people walk away from their jobs using this information, right? So is it okay if I talk about how this can benefit you? I know you heard about me and what I did and what I've done and yada, 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 nobody cares. But is it okay if I talk about how this can benefit you? I want to make sure, drop some yeses in the chat. If it's okay for me to talk about this, I want some yes in the chat because I'm going to get real. I'm going to step on a few toes. I'm a military dude, right? I'm from New York, right? So I'm a little bit aggressive, if you can't tell. right? I'm a type A personality, so sometimes I'll get in your face because somebody has to, right? So if it's okay, I'm gonna share something with you guys for a second. No, I want you to imagine this for the next few minutes, right? I want you to imagine like having the life of your dreams. I want you to imagine having the perfect credit score and having hundreds of thousands of dollars in funding, right? I want you to imagine having high limit business credit cards, because we're not focused on personal credit anymore. If you guys haven't figured that out yet, this is not like, this is personal credit in the beginning, but we're moving away from personal credit, right? We want to have business funding and business credit so we can hide the utilization. So we're not maxing out personal credit cards and dropping our credit scores anymore, right? So we're going to talk about how to get high limit credit cards, right? Right? Just imagine yourself having high limit credit cards. Imagine yourself creating multiple streams of income. Shayna, Jason's trying to come in. Imagine, creating multiple streams of income, right? Imagine that. Imagine having multiple different direct deposits coming into your bank account, right? Imagine walking away from the 9 to 5 if that's something that you desire to do, right? Take a second and imagine that, how that would feel like. What would you do in the daytime? Somebody asked me yesterday, what did your day look like since you don't have a job? I said, well, I get up in the morning, I eat breakfast, and I'm at work until I'm done. What do you mean I don't have a job? This is a job, right? So entrepreneurship is a job, but it's just my business. It's my job that I gave to myself, right? And we have ways to make it not a job, because we have outsourcing team. My team handles most of the work, but I still do my part, right? So we're gonna talk about that as well. So imagine spending time with your family. Imagine being able to go to the kids' soccer game and the kids' violin practice and your daughter's ballet dance and all the things that you want to do. Imagine just being able to do that, right? And the list goes on. Just imagine yourself in one of these positions. Whatever floats your boat, put yourself in a position. Imagine it to be real tonight, because I want to put you in big faith thinking. I want you to think like I think for a second. I want you to borrow my belief, right? So when I transfer this energy to you, I want you to take this energy and run and go create some success for yourself. Because what I didn't tell you is that this information that I give away for free, I paid a lot of money for it, more than people pay for their cars. Let me say that again. I pay more than people pay for their cars for this information that I put together, because I have what we call mentors. By the way, we're going to talk about that in a second. So how many of you guys can relate to one of these? How many people are on this call are sick and tired of getting denied for stuff? How many people are tired of paying for rent, right? They're trying to buy a house and they can't qualify for it? Who's tired of getting low limit credit cards? I know I was. Capital One gave me a $500 credit card. I have an $800 and my credit card for Capital One is $600. I don't know what's wrong with Capital One. I got hundreds of thousands of dollars and Capital One refused to give me anything else. But I figured out what's wrong with them, right? If you don't have a good relationship with them in the beginning, they kind of carry that energy with you following. So you want to have the best credit score before you get these credit cards. Because when I got them, I had the worst credit score possible. So they still don't trust me. But people like Navy Federal, they trust me with 40K, right? People like my SoFi, they trust me with 100K. So clearly something's wrong with Capital One. But, right, how many of you guys can relate to not getting approved for business funding? You tried before and you got denied, right? We're gonna dismiss that. We're gonna show you how to do that the right way. Right? How many people want to chase their dreams, but they can't afford it? I'm going to share with you how I was able to chase my personal dreams, how I walked away from that 9 to 5 and used credit to create this lifestyle that I'm able to live right now. And yes, I'm not living this lavish lifestyle. I'm not pretending like I'm somebody that I'm not. I'm just saying that I was able to walk away from the thing that was causing me pain. My foot was hurting every day. My back was hurting every day. My abdomen was hurting every day. My relationship fell apart. My mental health, I was overweight. Like everything that was going wrong because I was at that job every single day. And I know why. I was getting six-figure paychecks. So I guess that's what you have to trade. If you want six-figure money, you got to have six-figure problems apparently, right? But not in the business world, right? I'm going to show you guys how to do that and leverage other people to create your wealth. So let's find whatever relates to you, and we're going to use that energy to fuel this conversation. So let's talk about the life that you truly desire, because most of us, we're not just bored. That's why we have to on this call on a Sunday night. We're not bored. We came on here for a reason. Something about what I said on social media, or something in my email, or something that I posted somewhere hit a nerve for you, and you're like, okay, this guy maybe can help me. Let me go check this out. Because there's something that you desire that you don't currently have, or you don't know how to get it yet, or you have it and you want to grow it, right? So I want to be able to talk to that part of you right now. So if that's okay, just go ahead and open your heart and receive the information that I'm about to give tonight. So something that I desired to start my own business, right? I wanted to start my own business. So I fixed my credit. I had a job, I saved the money, I fixed my credit, and my credit was sexy, if I can use that word. My credit was sexy. So I walked in the dealerships and I walked out with cars with zero money down. You see there, right now there's 3 of my cars behind you. Obviously I love blue. My favorite color is purple, but I didn't want to buy purple cars. I lived in Seattle, so I didn't want to cause any problems, right? But I bought a bunch of blue cars and I started the blue fleet, right? And I started to rent these cars out. No, that Tesla was making about $250 per day. $250 per day. And there's a group of people, I guess a race, people or nationality, whatever you want to call it, right? The Asians and the Indians, they love to rent my Tesla because they all want to buy it. So they rent it out for 4 days at a time because they want to pretend like it's theirs and drive it for 4 days. And trust me, people were booking that car 4 days at a time at $250. The car note was only $800. One person would pay the car note for the Tesla. Then we have some guys who booked it for 8 days. So I wanted to create a business where I can create cash flow without me being there doing all the work myself. So I created this rental car company using Turo. Now my Jeep was rented for about, sometimes it was 150, 200, 175. Some on the slower days I was doing 125. But the bottom line is I was able to create a business that would generate me extra income outside of my 6-figure job, right? And now I'm not even talking about trading because I did some crazy things trading, right? But I had that cool job that was overworking me. By the way, that's a job in the background. If any of you guys know U-Haul building, that's my job in the background. I literally used the job to rent the cars. Just like I had my trucks outside that I rented, I had my cars outside that I rented. So I had customers coming to me for U-Haul and customers coming to me for my my Big Faith LLC, which is the Blue Fleet company, right? Because I had to do what I had to do until they got tired of me, right? They never got rid of me, you know, from using the parking lot at U-Haul, but you know, it is what it is. I had to move away at some point, right? So that was something that I desired. I desired to create a business for myself, and I did that using credit. So, you know, excellent credit, right? This is something that most people desire. Excellent credit, high limit business and personal credit cards, capital to start and scale their own business. They desire to be full-time entrepreneurs like myself, right? Which is not an easy thing, by the way. People desire time freedom, financial freedom, because that's 2 different things. You know, time freedom to be able to do and go wherever you want to go, whenever you want to go, with the people that you want to go with. And financial freedom means that you have more money versus your bills. So if your bills are $500 per month, you have $501. That's financial freedom for most people, right? Just having more money than their bills, right? Some of us, we have more months at the end of the money than we have money at the end of the month. Some of us, let me say that slowly, have more months at the end of the money than we have money at the end of the month. And that's sad. It's real for a lot of us, and it was real for me for many, many years. But it's sad. That's not the way that God designed us to live. We are designed to live abundant, right? So I'm going to show you how to tap into abundance on this call tonight, right? So whatever it is that makes sense for you to pick, I don't want to go through every single thing. I'm going to try to make this call a little bit less than 3 hours tonight because I want to give you guys a good question and Q&A session. So everything that I talked about in the beginning, you can have all of this. You can have every single thing that I talked about, and you can have more than that, right? However, there are some hard truths that you must be aware of. Things are not as easy as they look, but sometimes they are. But most things you have to put in some type of work, right? So there's a hard truth that my mentor always says. He says, life can be easy on the front end and hard on the back end, but you got to choose which end, or it could be hard on the back end and easy on the front end. So here's what I mean. You can live your life right now watching Netflix every day, and then you can work. Last night I was at a restaurant in Buckhead, right, in Georgia. So I live in Buckhead, so there's a little fried chicken spot down the road from me. So, you know, decided to go get some soul food, fried chicken, and, you know, oxtails, and I saw this old lady. I swear to God, this old lady was like 70 something. She said she was 76 years old, coming from work. And I looked at her outfit, her hat and her shirt. The thing says security guard. I was like, wow, my grandma just passed and she was 70. She was 74. I think she was 74. She just passed. I went to her funeral in Jamaica last month, right? She just passed at 70 and she was bedridden for 20 years. That lady is 70 and she's working a security job when she should be home playing with her grandchildren. So what I couldn't retire her. I don't have that much money. So I just took care of her food for her. I bought her food for her because I felt like I needed to do something. God, that's sad, dude. Like the woman is 70 and still working. That's not what I want for you guys on this call. I want you to be able to work hard, work smart, put in the work on the front end so you can live good on the back end. That's why I'm doing this masterclass every single day for the rest of my life, because I'm putting in the work right now so I can live the rest of my life, the best of my life. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, drop some fire in the chat because it sounds like I'm preaching tonight. Right? So here's some, hold on, let me get this out of my way. This thing is like bugging me. I'm trying to act like it's not bugging me, but because I'm a good actor, but let me get this out of the way. It is bugging me, guys. It is bugging me. Put it down at the bottom. All right. So here are some hard truths, right? You might not be able to work and save 100K to fund your dreams. A lot of people, they want to get 100K to do whatever it is, but you're not going to save 100K. It's just the truth. Somebody on this call, I don't know, Nick, maybe Nick, somebody can save 100K. Renelli, she does a lot of cool businesses. Somebody could, but not most of us can save 100K, right? Another hard truth is that your family most likely don't have the money and they're waiting on you, the ambitious one, to go save them. I know that's true. Everybody's relying on me to fix their problems, unfortunately, right? Right? But you know what? It's not unfortunate because one of my mentors, he's a multi-millionaire. I was complaining because, you know, even optimists like myself, big faith people like me still complain sometimes. So I was complaining to my mentor. He has a bunch of restaurants, Golden Cross, nail salon, eyelash bars. He's a bunch of businesses. And I was complaining to him that, hey man, everybody always asks me for money. Every week I gotta send money to Jamaica, $100 to you, $100 to that person. Shoot, people that are not even blood related, they're calling me cousin because they want money. And he said to me something that changed the perspective forever. He didn't say give away all my money. He said, would you rather be the borrower than the lender? I was like, whoa. Right? So I'd rather us on this call be the lender. We don't want to be the borrowers because we want to be above and not beneath. That makes sense? Right? So these are some hard truths, right? You can go through them yourself, right? Another hard truth is that I paid over 40K to learn the information about credit and to learn how to scale and grow my business from Myron, right? I paid way over 40K and I did most of it this year and it's only August. So I just want to put myself in a different position. I understand that people are winning for a reason. So I surround myself. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? But I just got in the shed with the smart people. Every time I meet smart people, I stay connected to them. When you meet ambitious people, you got to stay connected to them. If they're like you, stay connected to them. There's a guy in this called Nick Edwards. I met this dude, I don't know, in some group many years ago, and I realized, oh, this dude is sharp. Let me stay connected to him, right? I met a young lady named Renelli, sharp businesswoman, helped me get my disability up, right? Things that I didn't even know how to do. Like, I think I'm pretty smart, but when it comes down to like disability and medical terms, that's not me, right? So I met these sharp people and I stay connected to them. And then it paid off for me right now. It's paying off for me because I know people like that. So I want you to understand that these are some hard truths that you have to face if you want to win, right? So these are some hard truths that you have to face. So you don't have to worry. I'm going to show you guys tonight how to create your own truth, just like I did. Just like I did for my clients, just like my clients did for themselves, just like we did for Diana, Sharika, and many other clients, right? But before I do that, I'm going to actually let Diana talk for a second, right? Diana is going to share her quick story, right? I'm going to share the rest of her story, but she's going to share a quick story of how she was able to get her high limit Amex cards and how she was able to create her business. So take a listen to Diana.
Because of the help of Andre, Big Faith Consulting, and the advisory team, I got approved. It has been my goal, it has been my dream to own Amex business.
All right, so Diana said it has been a goal and a dream for her to own an Amex business card because she was applying for Amex product and she was getting denied. So this is her story. So that thing behind her on the wall is called My Cryo Health, My CRYO Health, right? She came to me with this idea about this business thing that she found. She found some guy doing cryotherapy and she wants to go meet him in Atlanta. right? So she flew to Atlanta. She met the guy, and the guy sold some machine. And she said, yo, Andre, I want to buy that machine, and I want you to help me to get my credit right and my business credit, and help me to scale the business, because I do that as well. I help people grow and scale their businesses. If you guys haven't figured that out yet, right? I'm gonna launch my website, my other website here shortly, my consulting website. But I help people do all this stuff. So I was able to help Diana get her personal credit right. And then we got business credit started. And then we got business funding, because that's two different things. Business credit, business funding, two different things. I'll explain to you. Actually, let me explain to you right now. Business credit is credit we use in your EIN. So these are like gas station cards, tour cards, Sam's Club's card, like Walmart. Like when you have your business, Shayna, please watch the admittance. People are trying to get in, right? So business credit, right, is credit for your EIN. So your EIN is like a social, and you build up credit under your name, under your business name. That's business credit. That's not necessarily the Chase card and the Bank of America card and the $50,000 Navy Federal card. That's not necessarily that, right? It's more like vendor credit, we call it on the inside, vendor credit. So you might have a Uline, Granger, Quill, those kind of companies. That's like business credit. No, you can get business credit, from Chase and all that. But most of the time when you hear business credit, that's what we're talking about. Business funding is what Diana got. She got business credit started, but she got business funding right away, because we know how to get business funding right away. So she was able to get a $20,000 Amex card. The card has no limit, but her daily spend, her spending power was $20K to start. When I first got mine, it was $2,000. Hers was $20K to start. So she was able to buy the machine. She was able to start this company. And in about, I don't know, a month and a half, she had clients like crazy. It got so big that she had to walk away from the 9 to 5. Shayna, she had to walk away from the 9 to 5 because of the how fast the business was growing. So I want you guys to take this seriously, right? So that, by the way, that's let me plug her. That's her page. The Crier Nurse is her second business that I help her to start. The first business is called My Crier Health. The second business is where she helps nurses walk away from the 9 to 5 if they so desire. So next, I'm going to share Sharika with you guys. Sharika came to me as well. She's from New York. She came to me and she wanted to buy a house and all that cool stuff, and we were able to help her. This one's a little bit longer, but I want you to pay attention.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sharika Wilson. I'm from New York, in the Bronx to be exact. I have been working with Big Faith Consulting for a little less than 5 months. And the reason why I got with them was because I had 3 goals in mind. I wanted a new car, I wanted to fix my credit, and I wanted to get a home. Well, buy a next home, honestly. And when I first started, my credit wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. And it wasn't where it is right now. I can say I got with André, and they're not only a credit repair company, they are financial advisors. I mean, no matter what the time it was, I called on André, I could get him. And that for me is the biggest plus there ever is, because you have some consultants or some credit repairs, you reach out to them, you can't get them. But when I tell you communication is top tier, I've been able to get accepted with some credit cards that I never thought would approve me. And I was getting some limits that I never thought that I would be able to see. And because of André, I am able to do that. And he's also been a great friend. He loves what he does, and he takes your credit score. Well, he took mine like it was his. And he's helped me with I want to start my business. He's steering me in the right direction, how to get business credit. And I mean, I don't see no reason why you haven't signed up with Big Faith Consultant as yet. And if you haven't signed up, I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing the wrong thing.
Let's go.
Get with Big Faith Consultant, and I'm telling you, your dreams will come through. Because since the year started, one of my goals, well, actually, two of my goals have been knocked off. I've got pre-approved for my home. My credit is where it's heading, where it needs to be. So the next one is to get rid of this car and get a new car and get my business credit. But I know for a fact that Big Faith Consultant will do that for me. So what are you waiting on? Join the team. I'm telling you.
Let's go. She sounded like she's a spokesperson for the company, but that's what happens when you help people, right? So she came to us and she had an issue. She wanted to get her score in the high 700 so she can get this new house, because the last house that they bought, I guess they have not so great interest rate or whatever it is, right? So she had her own reasons. She came to us. Score wasn't so bad, but we got her into the high sevens, and now she was able to qualify for the second house and all the other cool things that she did. She got her first high limit card with us. So a lot of cool things happened for her. So that's a little bit about what happens to the clients when they tap in with us. So if you're considering working with us, that's something to think about. So we're gonna keep it moving, right? For me, I know that there was another way. When I was working in the military, I knew there was another way, right? I knew all these people were not smarter than me, right? Because trust me, I know some people that were winning, and they were, I don't want to judge them, but my God, they were not smarter than me, right? I knew for sure they didn't work harder than me, because when these people were traveling, I was always at work. In the morning, I was at work, and in the night, I was at work. On the barbecue days, I was at work. When my friends are doing Labor Day, I was at work, right? So I knew they weren't working harder than me, but I knew something else was going on, right? I knew they all started with no credit, because when I first came to America, the credit thing says no credit. When I checked the credit card, it had those 2 dashes. So I knew something was up with these people, and I knew they can't all be lucky, right? They all couldn't be lucky, because I thought I was a lucky person, and luck wasn't working for us, right? So I knew something else was going on outside of luck and intelligence, right? And I knew God didn't design me to sit behind that desk every day and just wish that I had their life, right? I knew that He created me for something more, so I had to go find that. I had to get comfortable being uncomfortable. I had to step out of my comfort zone. I had to take that big leap of faith and just decide to do something different. So if that's you tonight, decide to do something different, because your life could be completely different in the next few years. So, of course, I was in the military, but I had to throw my deuces up, right? I actually got out as a sergeant, E5, they call that in the military. So I was responsible for soldiers and all that. But I love the military, if I should be honest. I loved a lot of things about it. It helped me to become the person that I am today. It helped me to be able to deliver, because I had to do a lot of leadership stuff. So when you see me today leading, you know that's from the military. So I don't want anybody to think I'm ungrateful for my journey, right? A lot of brilliant people, a lot of not so brilliant people. I learned a lot of cool things, what to do and what not to do. But I had to do something different. I wanted to go create my own business, and I wanted to have a direct impact on people, because granted, we serve the country, but we don't get to see the people that we impact, right? So I wanted to have a direct impact. When I help a person like Sharika, I can get the, yay, thank you so much for the help. My whole life changed, and I could get to enjoy that story, right? So I decided to do something different. But we're gonna dive into this, because it's your turn now. Enough about me and the past and all my stuff, right? Forget everything that you've learned about credit so far. I want you to come into this with a clean slate, right? It's time to learn the right way to build credit and get funding the way that we do it in Big Faith Consulting, right? And I'm gonna share with you the things that you would pay for. So I don't want you to think I'm gonna share the half-ass stuff. I'm not the half-ass person. I'm gonna share with you all the good stuff. So you need to grab your pen and paper, like myself, grab your pen and paper, right? I'm gonna show you everything that you need to get the results that you desire, right? I'm gonna show you how you can put yourself in position to win, especially when I drop those funding plays and those creating your own pay stub. I don't know if you guys are hearing me. I'm gonna show you how to create your own pay stub, like game changer. Anyways, we're gonna move on. So there are 3 obstacles that have stopped you from getting higher credit score and funding so far. No, I'm sure there's more than 3, but we're gonna talk about 3 tonight. There's 3 things that stopped me, and I'm guessing those 3 things might be affecting you as well. So the first thing is this. Just like myself and a lot of people on this call, we were never taught credit or funding. As a matter of fact, I learned about funding like recently, like maybe 2-3 years ago. I learned about this thing called funding. I only knew that there was credit cards for personal credit. I didn't even know business have credit, right? So I didn't know anything about credit when I got out of high school. I went to college for a little while. I'm a college dropout, by the way. I didn't drop out. I'm a college walkawayer. I walked away from college, right? I'm not thinking you should. I'm just saying that I'm not that smart. So if I can do this, you can do this too, right? So I was never taught about credit in college, nor in high school, nor in primary, junior, elementary, whatever you guys call it, right? So that's one of the obstacles that stopped us, or that's been stopping us from getting where we want to go. Because the wealthy people that we know, they all leverage their credit. They all have great personal credit, most of them at least, and they all leverage their credit to get business funding to grow and scale their companies, just like I did, just like Diana did, right? I'm gonna share how you can do it as well. So because they didn't teach us credit, this explains why we use our debit cards. I don't even have a debit card to show you. Sorry. That explains why we use our debit cards, right? And why we're afraid to use credit cards, right? We lose out on points, cashback, all that cool stuff that a lot of us, the last time I paid for a flight was last year, July, I think, when I went to Invest Fest. Last year, August, is when I paid for a flight. And that's because after I used my points, I had like $80 left. So I had to pay the $80. So what I'm saying is, I don't even pay for flights because I use my credit card the right way. Crazy, right? This explains why we get low limit credit cards, because we don't understand credit and we don't know when to apply for the credit cards. We don't even know how to fill out the application form, right? A lot of us, when we're filling the application forms, even as entrepreneurs, I'm not saying you should lie, but a lot of us put self-employed. You don't want to put self-employed when you're filling out your application, dude. Like, that's not the way that's not what they want to see. So I am not self-employed. I am employed by Big Faith Consulting. So I'm an employee of Big Faith Consulting. I'm not self-employed, because self-employed don't really work for them. You get denied before they even look at your finances, you got denied. So that's a gem right there. When you're filling out a form, do not put self-employed, even if you're self-employed. Employ yourself under your business and then put your business as your employer. When I fill out application forms, it says employer, Big Faith Consulting LLC. They can look it up. It's legit. I pay my taxes. I do everything the right way. When they ask me for pay stub, my pay stub says André Lewis, employed by Big Faith Consulting, gets paid. I used to get paid $6,500 per month. But now I lower it to 5K because I feel like I'm going too crazy and the taxes are gonna hit me. So you can pay yourself whatever you want to pay yourself, but on my pay stub, it says I get paid 5K per month from Big Faith Consulting. Then I have VA from the military income to prove. I have other, so you know what I mean? So I'm showing you guys how you can like use your brain to create a win-win opportunity for yourself. So this explains why we're stuck in the rat race and don't know how to leverage our credit, because they didn't teach us this. Why didn't they teach us this? You guys are pretty smart, because it's all connected. They give you so much so you can get a job, so you can live off these debt, so you can come back to them and work more hours and get more job, and just keeps going and going and going and going. And that's only for the people that don't understand or they're not doing something that they're passionate about. Because the ones that are passionate, it is what it is. You're happy, stay happy. Because entrepreneurship is not easy. A lot of us jump out to be entrepreneurs and we fail in 6 months. So just to be clear, right? This is why we get denied for mortgage. And this is why we put money down on cars, stuff like that we don't need to. No, for mortgage, they definitely want you to put money down. You can get away by not putting money down. There's many different strategies that you could do. But for a car, you definitely don't need to put money down. If you're on this call and you put money down on a car ever again, unless it's some kind of cool thing that you're doing, I'm going to be upset. Because we don't put money down. I didn't put money down on Tesla, Honda, like none of the cars that I own. I didn't put money down. Because why? Because we get money from banks. You get money from dealership. The last time you bought the nice steak dinner, you bought it from a restaurant, right? You bought it from a restaurant, not from a barber shop. So you have to go to the right place for the right thing. So you don't go to the car dealership to get money. You go to the car dealership to get the car. What you do, you show up with your check in hand. You show up with your check in hand that you got from the bank, 0 down, one inquiry. I can't tell you how many times I get clients and they have 86 inquiries, 112 inquiries, right? Somebody said get a 0% APR for a new car. See, he understands. King, big up yourself, King. He understands, right? There's ways to leverage your credit to win. So I want you guys to be mindful of that. So here's the solution. I'm going to help you understand credit. If you don't get anything from this call, you're going to understand credit at least a little bit, right? I can't make you retain, but just make sure you take notes, because you're going to retain about 33% of what I say tonight. So if you write it down, you can go over it. And if you want the recording, you can get that later on from my team. So we're going to get your credit into top shape, or we're going to show you how to get your credit in top shape if you don't want us to help you, right? We're going to help you build a strong credit profile so you never get denied for things that you want. I don't get denied, bro. I can't tell you when the last time I got denied. Actually, I did. I got denied from Chase because Chase has a rule called the 524 rule. It goes like this. You cannot have 5 credit cards in the last 24 months if you're going to go to Chase. They're going to deny you because they're bougie. They want you to have like 1 or 2 credit cards in the last 2 years so they can come in and feel special. If you have too much credit card, Chase will deny you with your 800 credit score. I promise you that. Unless you go to a relationship manager, which we call an RM. So let's keep that in mind. But I don't get denied for stuff. In fact, when they offer me money, they offer me 50K and better, 100K, right? Because I built up my profile. You notice I said I built up my profile, not my credit score. Because the profile is more important than the score. So I'm gonna explain that to you as well, right? We're gonna help you secure funding so you can leverage to create cash flow and assets and go do whatever you wanna do, as long as you're not buying Gucci and going into more debt, right? Just be mindful of what you're doing with your money. So in order for me to fully explain to you how credit works and what credit is, I have to break down what is a FICO score to you. So on the right side of the screen, you're gonna see a chart. The chart depicts your credit score and the factors, some people call it ingredients, even though it's not food, right? The ingredients that make up your credit score. So the first ingredient that we're gonna talk about tonight is salt, right? Salt, 35% is salt, which is payment history, right? It's so good, but sometimes it could be so bad for your meal. So 35% of your score is based on your payment history. So Jason, if you're on this call and you have a perfect payment history, I applaud you, because I didn't have a perfect payment history. Because I had some late payments on my credit profile, these fools took away 35% of my score. Here's what I mean. Put out your paper, your calculator. I want you to put the lowest credit score that you can have is 300. So put that on the paper, 300. And above that, the highest credit score that you can have is 850. I want you to go 850 minus 300. Let me see if my math's matching today. So I know Kira is pretty smart. Her math is always matching, right? That comes out to 550. 550 points. So 35% of your payment history is 550 points. So that means if you have late payments, these people are taking away potentially 35% of 550, which is 192.5. I memorized that. I'm not so good at math. 192.5 points, right? Because you have late payments, they're taking away 192.5 points. Here's the worst part. Most people are going to have late payments. In 2023, I had a late payments. I want you to listen to what I just said. In 2023, this year, I had a late payment. I'm a credit dude. Because I have these bunch of Amex cards, like 8 of them, nine Amex cards, and I forgot to set up one on auto pay. I completely forgot. And because I'm doing credit and funding and growing people's business and all that stuff, I completely forgot to pay this Amex card, and the annual fee, you have to pay the same month that you sign up. So this is more gem for you. When you sign up for Amex cards, most of the time, you have to pay the annual fee the first month. I forgot, and I was 2 days late. No, it wasn't 30 days late, so good for me, but it was still late. So bottom line is, most people are gonna be late on their payment history, and they make it 35% of your score. That means they're trying to design it for you to lose. This thing is not designed for you to win. It's only designed for winners to win. So you have to position yourself as a winner. Next is 30% is amount of credit that you're using. I want that to sit for a second. They give you all this credit, and they're telling you that 30% of the score that you have is based on how much credit you're using. But guess what? They gave me a $27,000. This one is my Delta, $27,000 limit. They gave me a $27,000 card, but well, actually, we're gonna pretend because this is on the business side, so this doesn't affect me. So let me use a better card. Let me use a different card. I don't want to. Somebody on this call is like very strict, and they're gonna say that's not true. That's a business card. Here's my personal card. This one goes up to 80K. My limit is now 39,500. It's the flagship card from Navy Federal. If I max this out, or if I use more than 30% of this card, it's gonna affect my score big time. So they give you all this money, and when you use it, they take away 30% of your score because you're overusing credit card, because they're saying that you're living off the credit cards if you're using too much of it. So you want to make sure you're keeping the credit utilization down as low as possible. I like to tell my clients below 10% is my magic number. A lot of people in the credit space say 30%. Yeah, 30% is pretty close to 31, right? So keep it below 10% the best that you can. No, it's easier said than done because most of us live off credit cards. I'm not here to talk about you. I'm talking about me. I had a $15,000 credit. I had this same card maxed out. I had this flagship card maxed out for 3 years. 3 years maxed out when I was in the army. Maxed out, 15K. Every month I paid $248 or so, $200 and something dollars every single month, and it never went down. Every month the interest came back. Every month the interest came back. So I mean, can I be transparent? I just want to make sure I can be transparent with you guys. Renee, can I be transparent? I had this card maxed out. Mr. Big Faith, the credit expert, I had this card maxed out, so I get it. But there's ways to get out of this if you understand how to use the credit to your advantage. So we talked about payment history being 35%. That's 192 points. So I want you to write this down. 35% equal 192.5 points. Then I want somebody to calculate this for me. Audience participation. Somebody calculate this. 30% off 550, because remember, 300 is lowest, 850 is the highest. So the difference is 550. So the most points you can get on your credit is 550 points. So if you want to find a percentage of how something is going to affect you, you have to say 30% times 550. Who here does math? Yesterday, my friend, business partner, I don't know, she's everything to me, right? Renelli, she's on this call as well. She invited me to her birthday celebration. And we met a guy that can do numbers in his brain. The guy asked us for a number. He said, give me a 4-digit number. And some girl gave him like 3812. And he said, she gave him the number, random girl, and he multiplied that to the fourth power or some crap like that. And he got it. It was like 109,700,000,000. And the guy got everything down to the point. So I'm not that guy. So somebody pull out their calculator, right? What is 30% of 550? Come on, somebody, 30%, 165 points. Thank you. Right? So first, we lost 192 points for the payment history because we have late payments. But by the way, let me go back to that. You ever notice how every single thing comes from the late payment? A collection comes from a late payment. A charge-off comes from a late payment. Foreclosure comes from late payments. Repo comes from late payments, because if you don't pay your car notes and you're late, it becomes late, 120 days. Boom, it goes into charge-off mode. Then collection, which is like repo mode, right? Or charge-off, which is like repo mode. So everything comes pretty much from late payments. So we want to not have late payments. But anyways, back to 30%, Shayna. So 30% is 165 points. So now we're down 192 points plus 165 points, just because we're using the credit that they give us and because we have late payments. So next is length of the credit history. And for whoever just opted in, what we're talking about is how to determine or how to understand your FICO score. FICO, which is Fair Isaac Corporation, Fair Isaac, FICO, FICO, right? Fair Isaac Corporation, right? Two guys created this scoring model to determine our credit worthiness, right? So there's a FICO score and there's a Vantage score. Vantage score is like the Credit Karma score, different ingredients. It's not wrong for the haters. Credit Karma is not wrong. It's just different. Like my oxtail is not wrong because you make oxtail different from me. Mine is just different because I make it better than you. Sorry, right? So I use different ingredients. So Vantage score has different ingredients. FICO score has different ingredients. So FICO is what lenders mostly use. So we're going to talk about FICO today. So when you're buying a car, you want to look at your FICO. When you're just checking your app, you want to look at Credit Karma. When you're buying something, you want to look at your FICO. So next is length of the credit history. So length of the credit history is pretty simple. Shayna, can you let those two people in the chat, in the call, right? Please. So 15% is length of the credit history, right? What is that, Andre? Well, pretty simple. Your cars, when you got them, they were 0 years old, and right now they're 8 years old because you had that car for 8 years. Some of you on this call, you have a 20-year-old card, maybe, if you're in your 40s, right? But the car's age, the account's age, right? So the length of the credit history is pretty simple. It's all the ages divided by the number of accounts. So that's the average age. So if you have a 5-year-old account, a 5-year-old account, a 5-year-old account, a 5-year-old account, and a 5-year-old account, then your average age, your credit age is 5 years, right? But if you have a 5-year-old account, a 6-year-old account, a 5-year-old credit card, a 5-year-old mortgage, and a 2-year-old or a 1-year-old student loan, then now you have to find the average of that number, which is not 5, right? Because that's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 21 divided by 5. So now the average is lowered. So that's how you get the average age or the length of your credit history. So I know you guys are looking at your credit card and you're like, why this thing says 4 years? I'm 35 and I had this car since I was 18. That's the reason why, because every time you apply for these cars, all these new ages lower the average, lower the average, lower the average, and that takes away from your score, right? So if you look at your credit card, it's gonna say like put like things you could work on, credit age. So if you have anything over like 10 years old, then you have good credit age. So next is 10% is new credit. So contrary to what I just said, right? The credit age is affected by the new credit, but they also give you 10% for new credit. Now, what is 15% of 550? I need you guys to be already calculating these things for me, man. Come on now. Come on, somebody help me out. What's 15%, right, of 550? 15% times 550. We're writing these down. First one was 192 points. The second one was 165 points. No, the third one is 15% of 550. That comes out to, I know somebody's gonna drop it any second now. 15% of 82.5. Thank you. So 192.5, 165, 82.5. So now we're down like, I don't know, 300 plus points. That's why we have a 500 credit score, because we don't understand the FICO and how we can leverage the FICO to our advantage, right? So new credit is pretty simple. When you apply for new credit, it gives you points. But the thing, it's a kind of like an algorithm, so it works very weird. So sometimes you apply and you see no change. But most of my clients, when they apply for new credit, the ones that I tell them to apply for, which are credit builder accounts, not anything to run your credit, just credit builder accounts, credit building accounts, credit builder accounts, they build your credit, right? They normally get anywhere from, 10, 20, all the way up to 82, 55 points, right? So last but not least is my favorite. No, this part, I love this part because this is where we get to manufacture our own credit score. So I have an 800 plus credit score because I manufacture my own credit score. So you want to pay attention now, Mike, Renee, King, iPhone, Zoom user, Jason, all y'all, you guys want to pay attention. No, here's what the credit mix is. If you're a guy or girl, right, you date the opposite sex, I'm assuming. So when you're going out for your partner, you make sure that the partner is attractive, tall, dark if you like dark, light if you like light. You look for some physical features, right? However, that's not the only thing that you look at. So the physical features, we're going to put that in one corner and we're going to call that the FICO score, the credit score. That's a physical feature. Is she pretty? Is she a baddie or whatever they call it, right? So that's the FICO score. Now, the next part is when you're looking for your husband, you want to make sure that he's a good man. He will be there for you. He doesn't bark at you. He treats you like a queen, like all these cool things that makes up the character of the man. That's the credit mix, the things that's inside the profile. I have to use that analogies because I want you guys to remember. I learned from one of my mentors that if you use analogies that are good, people will always remember. So the credit mix is like what's inside the man. Is he a good man? Is he a woman beater? Is she nasty? Does she leave her underwear on the kitchen floor? Like, ugh. Like you want to find people with good characteristics, right? That's the credit mix. The thing that's inside. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to not focus on how pretty the girl is. We want her to be beautiful, but we're not going to focus on that too much. We're going to focus on the credit mix, right? What's inside? So guess what we're going to do? We're going to apply for certain different accounts because we want to manufacture the perfect credit mix. So here's what I mean. You can get a student loan. That's one part of the credit mix. You can get a mortgage. That's another part of the credit mix. You can get installment accounts, which are like regular loans, right? So maybe you get a loan from your Chase Bank. Maybe you get a student loan, right? Maybe you get a credit card, a credit builder card, a secure credit card, like whatever it is, right? There's so many different ways to manufacture your credit mix. When you manufacture your credit mix, then they give you points for having the perfect credit profile or credit mix. They give you points for that, 10%. That's 55 points. So if you're stuck at 850, this might be the reason why you're not, if you're stuck at 800, right? This might be the reason why you're not at 850. So I know why I'm not at 850. I have no student loans, right? And I have no mortgage, right? That's why I believe I'm not at 850 yet. But all the other stuff, I have all the other stuff, right? So that's the 5 factors that determine the FICO score. No, my little brother, he came to me, I went to him, he turned 18 and I was like, you're about to learn today. And for 2 hours, I gave him this class, right? And guess what? He had 0 credit score. When he put up Credit Karma, it said nothing. After we focused on the credit mix, his score went from 0 or no credit score to 757 in 30 days. 0 to 757 in 30 days, because what? He had no negative, and we focused on the credit mix. We focused on the credit mix. So I want you guys to remember, focus on the credit mix, not the credit score. The credit mix will turn around and give you the perfect credit score. If that makes sense, drop a 7 in the chat. Kemar said, my credit score went up after getting a new car loan. There we go, right? So drop some fire in the chat if you're getting, drop some 7s in the chat, right? If you're getting some value, drop some 7 in the chat, right? And of course, how you pay your bills on time. How you keep your scores high, you pay your bills on time, keep your old accounts open as long as possible, right? Don't apply for too much credit. Even though new credit gives you 10%, don't apply for too much credit because that affects you, right? Next is 10% is credit mix. So you want to get a variety of different credit items on your credit profile so you can have the maximum credit potential. And then you want to make sure that you lower your outstanding debt. Now, check this out. A lot of clients come to me and the thing that they're saying that they want is they want to buy a new house. Everybody wants to buy a new house, right? Most guys, they want to buy a car. Maybe the women are smarter. The women, they always want to buy a house. A couple guys too, they want to buy a house, especially guys that are married or with kids, they always want to buy a house. So here's what everybody's saying to me. Everybody's saying, my real estate person said, they always say the same thing, I think they forget the name. I think it's called the underwriter or the lender. They always say, my real estate person says, if I get the collection deleted, I can qualify for, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. So they're telling people that all they have to do is get rid of 1 negative item or 2, and then they can qualify. They're not saying go get a good credit score. They're just saying get rid of 2 things and come back and you can qualify. I don't like that, right? Because in this example, on the left side of the screen, you're gonna see Jane and John. Now, Jane and John are brothers and sisters. They're gonna buy a new house in the same community, same property, just 2 different, they're neighbors. The house is valued at $250,000. It's on a 30-year fixed rate, amortized regular mortgage that we have in America. 30 years, no funny business. Now, Jane has a 730 credit score. So, not the best, but, pretty good. She's in the 700 clubs. So she applied for this mortgage and she got approved. 2.75%. Let's go, Jane. 2.75. No, these rates are not real for today, right? My brother Kemar, he'll tell you because he studies that thing like every day. But 2.75 is not bad, right? So guess what? Her payments per month, her mortgage payment is going to be $1,000. Her total interest paid after 30 years pass, she's going to pay $117,000 in interest. That's not so bad because you have to pay interest. It is what it is, right? But look at John. John has his bad credit score. His lender told him, hey, just go delete that collection from Macy's and you can come back. That's what they told me. Go delete that collection from Macy's. Hey, go ahead and mute yourself. Somebody's unmuted. Go ahead and mute yourself kindly. Right? So my lender told me, go ahead and get that collection from Macy's deleted and come back. I'm like, that's not going to make my score go up a lot. But they just wanted to get me the deal so they can make their money. I get it. It's business, but it's not good business. That's not how you do business, for me at least. So what I would tell the person is go get rid of that bad credit score and come back. Right? So guess what? Because of John's bad credit score, his rate is going to be 6.5%. The reason why I'm doing this, I want you to understand how credit works. No, 6.5% is going to bring him a $1,600 mortgage payment. No, when Jane pulls up in her brand new big body Benz, GLE AMG, right? Because she has an extra $600 per month free that she's not doing anything with. She can afford it. This brother, he's still driving his 2001 Toyota, which is fine. right? But he can't afford anything better because he's paying out of his eyeballs in mortgage because of his bad credit score, because they have the same job, they live in the same community. The only thing that is different is their credit score. So for John, unfortunately, he's gonna pay $318,000 in interest over the 30 years. Now for Jane, she's only gonna pay $117,000. So quick audience participation. Somebody, I want you to calculate this for me, because remember I said in the beginning, audience participation is needed. I want somebody to do it really quick, fast. 117,417 multiplied by 2. I can do it faster than you. Here we go. 117 times 2, 234. That's 234,000. 417 times 2, 834. That's $234,834. $234,834. If this woman bought 2 homes, that's what she would pay on interest. $234,834. Somebody put in the chat. Shayna, put in the chat. $234,834. And she bought 2 homes. That means, Kemar, you can buy 2 houses and still do better off than John, because you have such a great credit score. So I just wanted to make sure I spend some time explaining credit before we dive into this. Okay, so we're gonna move on, right? Here's a few of our clients' credit scores. And I'm gonna show you this because what you see is the score. You see 600s and 800s and 752 and 788 and 776 and all these cool things. What I see is the hard work that went into it from me and my team. And also we see better credit profile, because remember, the profile is more important than the score. So on the left side, you can see 614, 640, 640. So we got 24 items deleted for that person in June. 24 items deleted, and we encourage them. If you're working with me, I very strongly encourage you. That means it's kind of mandatory to apply for new credit. And they got 7 different new credit accounts. No, their profile went up 56 points and 30 points and 56 points. And eventually they got to the 700s, if I remember who that person is. At the bottom there, we have a person that increased by 110 points. Imagine getting your credit repair done with Big Faith Consulting, and in the first 2 months, your score improved 110 points. Come on now. That's gems, right? That's a blessing, I should say. It's a blessing, right? Imagine having I don't know what that number is, 660, and your score improved to 780 because we got rid of the negative items. Now, you can see right there where it says deleted, deleted, deleted. These are some inquiries that we got deleted. We get inquiries deleted. We get accounts deleted. We're in the middle right there. You see where it says accounts deleted, Macy's, Bank of America, Community, Victoria's Secret. This is some woman's profile, I'm assuming. She got Macy's deleted, Bank of America deleted, Victoria's Secret, Bank of America again, JP Morgan again, Bank of America again. So she had a lot of things. We got all those deleted, and she actually got them deleted in 30 days. No, not saying that's gonna happen for you. She was just lucky, right? Because everybody has their own journey. My brother Kemar, he goes to the gym and he's super ripped. I go to the gym and I'm still looking for my muscles, right? Everybody's journey is different, right? So I want you to understand that. No, check this out. On the right side of the screen, there's a person that got a 92-point increase. If you look closer though, nothing was deleted. Nothing was deleted, Andre. What happened? We added 4 accounts. Crazy. This person did not need credit repair. They needed credit building. So we added 4 accounts, remember, new credits, and they got 92 points, and they also paid down the credit card balances. So we attacked 2 things from the credit profile. We attacked them, their high limit, their high credit card usage. We attacked that. We lowered their credit card usage, right? Which gives you a lot of points if you guys didn't know that, right? And then we attacked their limited accounts. So we added 4 accounts, and they got a 92-point increase. And of course, in the middle, in the center right there, that person, we finally got them into the 800 clubs after like 4.5 months. We got them in the 800 clubs. And then the other 2, they're almost in the 800 club. So there's a lot of people that's winning with us, but I just want to share with you guys what it looks like to get these results working with us. So my story with Macy's, because I mentioned this in the beginning, is this. I went overseas to serve the country. I had a Macy's credit card. I bought their pants. I paid it off. They have an interest, like an annual fee interest thing, whatever. they for $4. I don't know why it was so cheap, but there's a $4 balance. They said that's what they told me, a $4 balance on my card. These people sent a soldier's credit card to collection for $4 when I was overseas. Now, I would say I was fighting war, but I was really in Germany, living up the best life, right? So I was traveling, but it is what it is. I was still serving the country. They sent me to collection and they told me that they will never delete it because I paid it. I asked the lady, why can't you just delete it? She said, it's yours, you paid it. I was like, dude, really? So if I didn't pay it, I stand a better chance of getting it deleted? And she's like, all I can say, sir, is that you paid it, so you accept the ownership of the credit. And I was like, oh, okay. Next time I'm not paying nothing, right? I'm not paying nothing because clearly you guys don't want to take it off because I paid it. So people told me that I will never get it off, right? Because I paid for it. But Mr. Big Faith, if you guys know me, like I just believe. So I kept pushing and I kept pushing and I kept pushing and I kept pushing. And I didn't let their opinions bury my dreams. I wanted to get this negative item deleted. So I'm here to tell you tonight, you don't have to give up. I had collections and late payments and charge off. I had those things. I wasn't a 600. I have my brother Kemar. I think that's my brother. I hope it's the right Kemar, right? I hope it's my brother. I had to have my brother Kemar put me on one of his cards so my credit score could go up to the high sevens. Trust me, I was there too. And this was like 2 years ago, right? But don't let their opinions bury your dreams. You can get anything you want done if you really put in the work. People told me I would go back to Jamaica because I came to America illegally, but hey, I'm still here, so clearly they're wrong, right? So all that we talked about in the beginning, that was obstacle number one. So obstacle number one is they didn't teach you credit. Obstacle number two is you don't know anything about building your profile. You have no idea how to build a credit profile, right? So we just talked about that briefly. Now we're going to dive into building a profile because remember, a profile is more important than a score, just like characteristics of a woman is better than just the pretty face, right? All right, so obstacle number two, because you have a weak profile, you get terrible interest rates on loans and credit cards, right? I can't tell you how many times I've seen soldier with 18% on their car. I got some people on this call that have like, I don't know, 3%, 2%, 2.9, 3.9. Go ahead and drop your interest rate for your car. Drop your interest rate for your car. Drop your interest rate for your car if you're brave enough, right? Drop your interest rate for your car. No, check this out. You have a weak profile, so everybody takes advantage of you. You get denied, even though your score is not so bad, you still get denied. No, I want to teach you guys something. You can have a perfect credit score like a 757. You can have a 757. 757. Wait, somebody said 22.9, girl? Is that a joke? Are you serious? Oh, no, we're talking 1.9. Okay, 5.9. Somebody said, Tamika, we need to talk. Uh-oh, I think I offended Tamika. Tamika jumped off. Oops. Okay, Tamika, please come back. I'll teach you how to get a better a better interest rate. My bad. Anyways, right? So because you have these weak profiles, you get denied for these things. You will never successfully get funding because nobody respects your profile. I know people that get denied, even though they have good scores, they still get denied because their profile is not built and structured for funding. When I structure my profile better, I got more high limit offers. No, I'm getting $100,000 offers, right? So how I did this, I added installment accounts, I added revolving accounts, and I increased my credit age. I built up my profile. I focused on the credit mix versus the credit score. I made sure I had no late payments. I paid down my debts. I keep my average age as high as possible by not applying for too much, but that's a lie. I apply for a lot of cards. So my average age is not the best. It's like 4 years. That's also another reason why I'm not at 850 yet, right? But these are the things that I did to build up myself to 800, right? So here's a case study. This is the person, her name, I think this one is Simone. So Simone came to us and Simone did not have bad credit. She had a weak profile. That's why I put her on this section. She had a weak profile. So we got rid of some stuff of her profile, some inquiries and some stuff, and then we built her profile. And this is her story.
Before, I was only able to get approved for $1,000 credit card. And so seeing that I had gotten approved for $26,000 in credit, I was like, oh my gosh, I was shook. I was super shocked and very excited because I never personally experienced anything
My bad, guys. I messed up. My bad.
like that. But
Anyhow,
before, I was only able to get approved for $1,000 credit card. And so seeing that I had gotten approved for $26,000 in credit, I was like, oh my gosh, I was shook. I was super shocked and very excited because I never personally experienced anything like that before. So I would say that's something very unexpected that came out of that for me. And also the amount of knowledge that I've gained throughout this entire process, I didn't know any of it. And being able to work closely with André and having him mentor me and show me and walk me through this process, holding my hand, has been a game changer. I never thought I'd ever know any of this information. And now I know it because of André and the advising team. And what it's done for me, like I mentioned, I've been approved for over, now at this point, over $30,000 in credit from different banks. I got my first business credit card, all from being able to work with André. He has absolutely changed the game for me when it comes to funding, comes to business. And on top of that, it made me realize that if they can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, I know anybody else can do it. I started off with a $1,000 credit card, and now we're over $30,000, and it's been less than a year. I've only been working with André for a few months, and it's already changed the game for me, and it's already boosted my credit and just showed me so many different opportunities. And honestly, wise words that I would have for the me a year ago, I would say just do it. I used to be someone who was very scared of taking risks. I would always take calculated risk. If I didn't know how it would work out, if I didn't think it was a safe and comfortable bet, I didn't want to do it. But the Simone today would tell the year ago me, the Simone today would tell you watching this video right now to just do it. Even if it scares you, even if it makes you uncomfortable, just do it. Because who knows? It could maybe not work, but it could also work. And if it works, imagine how much your life could change. So thank you so much. Shout out to the best advisor and advising team, André, Big Faith Consulting. Thank you so much for changing my life as much as you've already have. And I'm super excited to see what is to come. Thank you so much, André.
let's go. Give it up for Simone. So, like she said, we helped her with her personal credit, and then we help her get business credit and business funding. So she's a part of my high ticket business credit program. So I have a high ticket program that's a couple $1,000s. She's in that, and then I have my my other program, and then I have my credit repair business, which is like down here, right? So she's in the high ticket program for business credit. Now we help her get business credit, business funding, and credit repair done. And of course, she's on her way. No, her scores are in the high 700s right now. She got a lot of business credit cards now to this point, and she started 2 companies after working with me. She started one company, and she's working on her second company right now, which is a mobile bartender thing in Vegas. So that's her Instagram. If you want to go follow her, Simone.says, just so you can connect with her and maybe ask some questions. But anyways, that's Simone's story. So we're gonna keep it pushing. Third obstacle is you didn't even know funding was available or how to get it. No, I didn't know what was funding. I didn't even know, like when I came across business funding, I was confused. I was like, you mean to tell me, that guy that's on TikTok, and he's like, for 40 years, I've been peeling the onion when I could be doing this, like, that guy. So that's what I felt. For 30 years, I've been using my personal credit to do everything. And you tell me that I could have got business funding, right? So I'm gonna share with you how we can get over this obstacle or this hurdle. So because you didn't know funding exists, that's why you have payday loans. You're getting loans from your payday company down the road from you. You're working 3 jobs so you can save your way out of this debt, and you're maxing out your personal credit cards, which is a bad idea. It's literally the hardest thing to get out of a personal credit card debt, man, or any credit card debt for that matter. I told you for 3 years I'm maxed out at Navy Federal, and my closest friends did not know. For 3 years, I had this card maxed out at 15K. And every time I paid it, it just went back up again the next month. And I paid it and it went back up again. Until I leveraged credit. I built up some money. I invested in crypto and I invested in stocks and I made some money and I said, gotcha. And I finally paid that sucker off. Right. And then of course, you know, it's history since then. But there's a solution for you so you can take a breather. Right. I'm going to show you how to get high limit credit cards. I'm going to share the secrets to getting 0% interest credit card, which is I just got a new 0% interest card. I wanna brag a little bit. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, where's my card? Oh, there it is. I just got this new card, 0% interest, $22,000. American Express Business Plus, the blue card, 0% interest for 12 months. $22,000 is the limit on that one. And I can max it out and nobody cares because it's on the business side, right? I can buy whatever I want and don't worry about interest for 1 year because it's on the business side and it's 0% interest. So I'm going to share with you how to, we're going to teach you how to get multiple business credit cards to hide your utilization like I did, you know, with these cards. So here's a card that I want to explain to you briefly. So this is my American Express business card for Delta. This is my Delta business card, right? My Delta business card. No, I want to drop a gem for you. If you have a business, LLC, you need to get business fund. This is called business funding. I think I didn't explain what business funding was. Business funding, because I explained business credit. So, all right, my bad. Business funding is when you get a credit card or monies in your business name, but your personal name is used to back it. Your social security is backing this card or this loan. So you're co-signing for yourself. You're being a co-signer or whatever the word is, right? I forgot the other word, right? Personal guarantor. So you're personally guaranteeing your credit card. So when the credit card goes bad and you don't pay them back, then it affects your personal credit because they're not stupid. So that's called business funding. Business credit is when you use your EIN and you build up vendor account and then you get like a paydex score, which is like a Dun & Bradstreet score, highest paydex score, or a good paydex score is like an 80 paydex score. Then you have the Intel score, which is from, I think it was Experian. And then you have the Equifax business score. And then you have the SB loan. And there's so many different business things, man. Like there's on the personal side, we only have 3 to worry about: TransUnion, Experian, Equifax. On the business side, we have like 5. So, but anyways, business credit builds up all those numbers, and then you get these vendor credits, and then eventually later on you can get these cards. However, we get these cards using business funding. That means we personally guarantee it using our LLC and our social. So I got this card, and it's 27,700 or 500, something like that, right? So what I do with this card is I pretend like this card is a personal card. I pretend like this business card is a personal card, and I use this for my personal life. No, all the other cards here, all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all these other 14 cards are business cards. Just like this one, but all these ones are used for the business. This one is used for my personal. That's what we call hiding utilization. Write that down. You can use the business card to live your life. You don't have to live your life on the personal card anymore. Personal card, black card, business card. Everything is now on the business card. So when I go to buy a house, Renee, when I go to buy a house, you're not gonna see my usage because it's on the business card. No, check this out. I use a lot of money to run my business. I'm on marketing, I'm on ads. I have a CTO, a chief technology officer that I hired for my company. Oh, Tamika's back. I'm gonna let her in myself. Tamika, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Anyways, so this business credit card, I use it to live my personal life. I use this to live my personal life, so I hide the utilization. You guys need to do this as well. You don't, by the way, you don't have to have a business to have a business card. You just need to have a business on paper. You don't have to have a physical business to get a business card. You just need to open up an LLC, maybe have a business idea and have a business name, structure it properly, which I'll teach you guys in this masterclass. And then you can get this card, and then you can stop using the personal card, man. So you can qualify for things. No, when I apply for things, they give it to me because my utilization is always low. So just thought I'll share that gem with you. So let's have a real conversation now, because you're gonna learn something real quick that you can do a lot of cool things yourself, but it's better when you have a mentor. I have multiple mentors. I have a mentor named Dwayne Delavante. He's a consumer law expert. He teaches us consumer law. The guy's brilliant, Jamaican dude as well. He knows everything about, he can teach you how to delete anything off your credit, right? That's one of my mentors. I pay him a lot of money to learn all this stuff to bring it back to you guys for free, right? So that's one of my coaches. So what the coach does for me, it takes me, I get to borrow his experience, and it kind of shorten my learning curve, right? And one of the things that I learned as an entrepreneur is I have to trust experts, right? People that know what they're talking about, you have to trust them to do what their job is, just like you want your clients to trust you. So what I did, I was in Seattle in 2021, and this guy said he's an expert photographer. So I said, I'm gonna make it challenging for him, right? He was bragging and talking about he make the best pictures and all that stuff. He can make anything look cool. So that's what I did. I said, I'm gonna test this expert, right? Don't test your experts, by the way. Don't test your mentors. Just trust them and run with the program, unless they're teaching you unethical stuff. Then you can challenge that. But if a person is trustworthy, credible, person of faith, or whatever it is that you believe in, and you align, don't second guess their expertise. Just run with it. It will change the game for you. So this guy, he said he's an expert. So I said, okay, I'm gonna make it hard for you. It was summer. It was July 14, my birthday, or July 13. I showed up with a jacket, a turtleneck, a checkered pants, a brown shoes, a beanie, because I said, I'm gonna make this picture so hard for you. And this dude said, I'm gonna make it even harder. This dude said, we're gonna go take this picture in an alley. I said, alley? Like an alley? Like between two buildings? He's like, yeah. So this man took me between two buildings, and he took this photo. And no, a lot of people say it's not a cool photo, but I think it's a cool photo, right? What I'm trying to get at is that this dude was an expert. So he saw things that I couldn't see. He knew to put things together. Like, who would have thought this alley would have looked so dope in the background? This is the alley between two buildings, smell like pee, right? This is what mentors could do for you. People that are experts, you have to trust them. I like to think I'm an expert at some things. So when I share this information with you, trust the information and execute on the information, right? So next, you've been doing this on your own for so long, but it's time to accept help and let's create some change. That was me trying to get away from the 9-to-5, but I had no mentors. Still happy, still smiling, but that was me working at U-Haul corporate. Every year I was getting promoted. And I thought it was cool because I was climbing the ladder. The more I got promoted, the more money I made, the more free time that I didn't have, the more my relationship was falling apart. The more headaches that I have, the more backaches that I have, the more footaches that I have. I was just aching all over, and I got overweight. My face got chubby, like all the things happened, right? Because I was trying to escape the 9-to-5 without mentorship. When I got mentors, then things definitely started to change because the people have already walked the paths and now I can follow them. So I want you guys to follow me. This is free tonight, but I don't want you to treat it like it's free. I want you to take it serious because it could be the thing that changes your situation like it changed mine, right? So I want you to pay attention and execute on this. All right. Now, if you're ready to get a 750 credit score and 100K in funding, right, and start getting real results, then here's your next steps, right? This is what you do next. These are the next steps for you, right? So how to really get this done for real, right? Like for real, is execute, right? So first phase, big faith, step 1 is credit repair program. So you get in, we clean your credit, and if you get the aggressive, program that we have, we aim to clean up the credit in 60 to 90 days. No, it doesn't mean that's gonna happen, but that's our goal. What's the name of the card in your hand? What's the name of the card in your hand? I had 2 cards in my hand, Kira. I have a Navy Federal flagship card, which is, it goes up to $80,000. It's on the personal side. It's my only personal card that I use. I don't really use it, honestly. I have it and I pay like a few small bills on it, but it's one of my high limit cards. And then I have this $27,000 Delta Sky Miles card. Delta Sky Miles. All right, I just want to make sure I got our question before, right? So, all right, big phase step 1 is expedited credit repair, right? Expedited credit repair, we aim to get this stuff off in 60 to 90 days. If we can't get everything off in 60 to 90 days, it's okay because we know how to manufacture the perfect credit score. Remember, We know about the credit utilization. We know about the new credit. We know about all the ingredients. So we know how to manufacture the score, even when the profile is not perfectly clean yet. Right, so that's step one. Step two is expedited build out and how to create strong profiles. So the best way to structure your credit for maximum funding in 60 to 90 days is going to be done in step two, which I'll explain to you here in a second. Now, step three is the funding blueprint, right? Oh, I help my clients get funding to start their companies like Diana, Simone, and all the other ones that I didn't put in this presentation. Okay? So these are the 3 steps. So let's talk. So first thing first, we're going to dive in to step one. Best ways to clean your credit report in 60 to 90 days. So before it was all theory, we're going to go into practical, do-it-yourself stuff. Like, everybody say DIY in the chat. DIY. I'm going to teach you the do-it-yourself stuff. Do-it-yourself stuff. All right. First step. All right. Only a few people participating. All right, guys. I'm going to end this call in 5 minutes because nobody's participating. I really wanted to go 3 hours, but I'm going to have to end it shortly. Until I see some DIY in the chat, I'm going to have to end this shortly. But anyways, best ways to clean up your profile in 60 to 90 days. When I say clean up, I don't mean clean off like 100%. I mean start the process. Some people get it cleaned off. I had a young lady that came to me from New York. She got 14 out of 15 accounts deleted in the first month. She got 14 out of 15 accounts deleted in the first month. Not saying that's going to happen for you. This is recorded, so nobody can try to say I said. This is recorded, just so we're clear, right? But that's what happened for her. I have another client. He brought me a young lady, she's from Florida. So this guy is in Florida. He brought me another referral from Florida. He started his program and he's with me for like 8 months. We got his score to the high 6 because he has a lot of charge off, like 28 or something like that charge off, right? He has a lot of charge off. No, he brought me this young lady and she has more than him. I was like, you clearly birds of a feather flock together. Like, come on, dude. But guess what? I'm not here to judge my clients. So I said, all right, I'm just going to do it. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'll do it. So we started the process with them. No, the guy came 1 month before the girl. The guy saw results in the first month. So he started telling his friends, right? We got 3 things deleted or something like that. No, the girl, she came on month 1, nothing got deleted. Month 2, nothing got deleted. Month 3, nothing got deleted. By the time she hit 96 days, day 96, I checked her profile because I was nervous now because I'm like, dude, these people pay their money and nothing's getting deleted, right? So day 96, I was checking and I was like, wait a minute, I think I logged into the wrong profile. So I logged out and I logged in again. It still says, and I was like, whoa, how is she at a 7? She was at like 747 or 748 or something like that. I'm like, this girl was just at 500 90 days ago. Matter of fact, 2 days ago, she was at 500. But when I checked again, the thing says 34 account deleted. 34. For a long time, I pinned it on my Facebook page because I was so proud of it until I started getting more deleted. I was like, all right, I can get rid of that, right? But 34 things deleted in 96 days. Guess what the guy is saying? No. Well, Mr. Big Faith, how come she passed me up? I don't know, bro. I just know that we did the thing and the thing worked and the thing worked. I don't know. Like some people profile is harder to get things off and some people profile it's easier to get things off. Credit repair is not magic and it's not made equal, right? That's why you can't compare your partners to the other girls in the gym and other guys in the gym. We're all not made equal, so you have to appreciate what you have. You're getting your credit fixed, just humble yourself, right? Everybody's journey is going to be different. So how to get your credit cleaned up in the 90 to 60 days is 3 methods that we use. We use consumer laws, right? Consumer laws put in place by Congress to protect the consumer. One of the laws that I love to use is like one of my favorite little hack, is also one of my mentors' favorite, I think, is what we call 15 USC 1681, right? A lot of people on this call know that 15 USC 1681, right? Talks about permissible purpose. Permissible purpose is pretty much talking about permission. Like you have to give these creditors, these credit reporting agencies permission to publish things on your consumer profile. No, notice I said consumer profile because technically it's not a credit report. It's a consumer profile if you read what Congress put in place, right? Consumer profile. Just like they put a lot of things in place, just like the fact that it's not authorized for them to put these things on your credit report unless you authorize them. That's permissible purpose. That means if you're on this call and you're hearing my voice and you have things on your credit, that means they violated you because you did not give them permission to put things on your credit. So they shouldn't be there in the first place. Let me say that again slowly. If you're on this call and there's a mortgage on your profile, or there's a nice car on your profile and you did not give them permission, they violated you because you must give permissible purpose to put these things on your profile. That's why we can get anything deleted. That's the main reason why credit repair works. Because the law says we can get anything deleted because we didn't put them there. The law also says that everything needs to be fair and accurate on your consumer profile. So if your name is spelled incorrectly, we can get something off. If your address and your balances are not matching and your opening date and your closing date and all these dates are not matching, excuse me, I got excited there. We can get the things off. Everything needs to be fair and accurate reporting or else we can get them off. A lot of times, all we do is we find errors and we send a dispute in, delete it, and we look like goats. So we use consumer laws for those kind of things. Then there's Metro 2. It's a software and it uses compliance and it's very technical. You can go look it up if that's something. It costs a lot of money. It's way expensive than a regular credit repair. But hey, it works. It doesn't work better, but it works. So you have to decide, do you want to spend a lot of money for something that works kind of like the same, or do I spend less money? Right? And then factual disputing is what I talked about when I talked about highlighting the errors on your profile. So if there's a incorrect name, incorrect spelling, incorrect address, incorrect balance, incorrect high credit balance, high credit limit, whatever is incorrect that's not matching across all three bureaus, you can mark them up, write a nice letter, send them in, and they have to get it deleted. Or you can start your arbitration process, right? You can start setting up your case to go to court because these people are consistently violating your rights. And they're clearly blatantly disrespecting the laws put together by the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. So these are three strategies that we use to get negative items off your profile. So you can do this yourself, because remember, this is the DIY part. You can go do this yourself and you can get stuff off your credit. No, it's easier said than done. Credit repair is not easy, but if that's something that you want to go take on, you can. If you have the time to go study all night and go read laws, then be my guest. I know that I don't like it. I do it, but I don't. It's my least favorite part of the business, learning all the laws. But when I learned it, so it's pretty cool, right? All right, moving on. So expedited credit repair is step one. No, how we get this done is first thing we must do is pull the 3 bureau credit report. No, I use the word bureau there, but they're not really bureaus. They're called credit reporting agencies. Credit reporting, does that apply to charge off? We can get everything off. They're all the same. They're all the same. Yes, Dorian Delavante must be my mentor. He is, right? So everything can be deleted off your consumer profile, including your mortgage, including your car. As a matter of fact, we got a lady's car deleted like last month. She still has the car. She's still paying like the car note. She's still driving the car, but we got the car deleted off all the bureaus. No, at first it was a bad thing because she's calling me screaming, I don't see my car. I don't see my car. What'd you do? And I was like, calm down. Your car had late payments like up to your eyeballs. So what I did, because I couldn't get rid of late payments, I got rid of the car. But I didn't do it intentionally, if I should be honest. I was using too much laws and I went aggressively on her because she paid for the aggressive package and we got her car deleted. Now, here's the good thing. If it's deleted from your profile, it doesn't hurt you. It only hurts you if it's like your strongest account or your oldest account or something like that. But it was her worst account, if I should be honest. She had so many late payments and she said it was from pandemic, so I get it. So we removed it and her credit score skyrocketed. Now she calls me the GOAT. Now she's sending me referrals. 1 month, we got, this is also the same lady that got 13 from 14 things deleted, right? So now she's sending me referrals because we got that thing off. So you can get anything off your profile as long as you know if to dispute it correctly. So that's the answer to that question in the chat. So these are not called credit bureaus, they're called credit reporting agencies, CRAs, like they put in the chat. No, credit bureau is CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They have the authority over the credit reporting agency. So when these fools act up, you go to CFPB. I'm giving you the free game. This is what credit repair organizations, this is what we use to get the results. We dispute, and then we go to CFPB and say, hey, big brother, they're messing with us. They're not deleting the negative items off my credit. They're violating me. They're calling me a lot of times. Like, I didn't even owe this collection company. I don't even know what this collection company is. They call themselves LVNV. Like, these are criminals. I didn't sign no contracts with them. right? Oh, Big Brother is gonna say, okay, I'll talk to them, and then boom, it gets deleted. Or they rebut, and then you keep going back and forth until it gets deleted, right? So first thing that you have to do is pull your bureau, or pull your 3 bureau report, so you can see TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. So what I did here, I pulled Best Buy for myself, right? I have a $13,000 limit there because every 90 days I ask for a credit limit increase. Every 90 days I ask for a credit limit increase. Every 90 days I ask for a credit limit increase on every single card that I have. I make it a part of my life. Just like I go to the gym, just like I pray in the morning, just like I post the morning message that you guys see on my Instagram, on my Facebook. Every morning I say, today will be great. I made that a part of my life, just like I made credit a part of my life. Every 90 days, I apply for credit limit increases. That's why I have high limit credit cards. So if you're on this call, I want you to put in your calendar, every 90 days, increase. So I'm gonna give you a crazy game that I figured out with Amex. I'm gonna give it at the end. So if you stick to the end, I'm gonna give you a crazy Amex gem that would change your life if you do this. So anyways, let's go back to it. So 3 bureau credit report, right? So you pull TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, and you start looking. And then you look and you look and you look and you look and you match everything and you're matching everything. Okay, last activity, May 1st. Oh, last activity, June. Okay, that one's not so bad. It's like activity, but we're gonna pretend like it's bad. Okay, my credit limit. Okay, one of my credit limit is 13,900. That's different, which I'm just making this up at this point because this one is perfect, right? So we're looking to see if anything is incorrect, inconsistent. When we find them, we mark them up and we highlight the differences between each bureau, because if it's the same account, why is TransUnion reported it different from Equifax and Experian? Because these are 3 different companies. These are 3 different businesses. Keep in mind, I said business because they get paid to report these negative items on your credit. If you didn't know that, it's a business. Why do you think they're doing all this for free? No, they get paid to publish these negative items on your profile. So if you find a negative, you mark it up, and then after you mark it up, you go to the next step, right? Step 1.2, you pick a credit repair software, right? So you get your profile from annualcreditrepair.com, get your 3 bureau report, right? Then you go pick a credit software. So I use Credit Repair Cloud, very easy, very simple. Costs a lot of money, but you know, it is what it is. So I use this one. You can use this one too if you want to do it yourself, but they cost a lot of money. So you might as well pay a credit repair. Trust me, I'm being serious. It costs a lot of money. So you pick a software, right? And this software helps you to manually dispute, right? So we use Credit Repair Cloud, but because they generate the letters for you, and it's pretty cool. But if you don't wish to do this part yourself, we can do it for you. Just book a call with us and we'll take care of that for you, right? But that's something that we're able to do to get stuff deleted. Get a Credit Repair Cloud, get a software that you can put your information in so you can start the dispute process so you can be on your way to better credit. So that's 1.2. Now, step 1.3 is you mark the negative items. So the same one that you highlight on your profile, on your consumer profile, you go and you mark them in the app, in the software, you mark them. The system will mark all the negative items with an X, and all you have to do is check them, and then choose a dispute reason, and then submit the disputes for drafting. So I'm teaching you right now how to do it yourself, so in case you don't want to pay a credit repair company. No, it's easier to pay a person and get it done than to do it yourself. Trust me, it took me 3 years to fix my own credit. It took my client 1 month to get 13 things deleted. So do whatever you want with that information. I just want nobody to say I didn't share the information with them. So I'm telling you how to do it for free, right? So moving on, you mark the items. Then after that, you draft a letter. So the software will prompt you and you will choose the letter that corresponds with the negative item. So let's say you're disputing a late payment. The software is going to give you like this generic late payment letter. No, these are all used by everybody in the world. So the late payment letters are not so effective. So you want a personalized letter to your personal case. And you want to put some beef and some oomph into that letter. So they know that you know what you're talking about. Now, another strategy is to also be very generic with your letter. That works for some people, but I was trained by Derain Delavante. Like my letters are aggressive. Like I'm threatening everything on my letters, right? If I need to. No, the computer will draft the letter for you. Once you get the letters drafted, pretty simple. What you're gonna do next is you're gonna go send out your letters. So now that you draft the letters, you can use the software to send the letters off digitally, or you can print them, right? And then you send them certified mail like we do. Certified mail, that's what it looks like. Green return receipt. The reason why we do this is because we can track it and they take it more seriously. The only thing I would do different from this picture is I would not use a sticky to send my letters. Like, you know where it says Jane, recipient, and the address, right? I wouldn't use a sticky note. No, I get it. You have a big company and you want to go fast, so you use a typed up thing. But when you're writing the person's name and the person's address, you want to write it with a pen. The reason why is one of my mentors, she has 20,000 clients in her credit repair business. 20,000 clients. So guess what I asked her? I spent 3 days with her in Tampa. So one of the things that I asked her is like, yo, why am I getting so many star letters? Every time I send a letter for my client, they send back a letter saying, hey, we applaud you for trying, like laugh out loud. We know it's not you. We know you're using a credit repair person. No, I don't like that, man, because I waste my money. I waste my client's time. I waste my clients. I'm just wasting. So I want to get rid of these star letters. So she said, explain your process to me. So I said, well, I go online and I send the letters online. And she's like, bro, what are you doing? She's like, print the letters. Print the letters. That's first thing first. She said, when you print the letters, what are you gonna do to put the people's name on it? And I said, oh, my friend has a label maker. No. She said, don't do that. Because when you do that, you look like a credit repair organization. You look like a credit repair organization, so they treat it differently. I don't know, I guess some number comes on it and when they scan the letter, it gets treated differently. But she said from all of her, she's been in this space from like 2007 or whatever. No, she said they throw away your letters. So I would recommend that you write your name and write experience and write everything on the letters, even for your clients. For my clients, I write them. Look, I don't know if you can see this. I write them with my hand. Write them. And then see, green return receipt right here. Like, come on, we practice what we preach. Right? So that's some free gem for you right there. If anybody on this call that has a credit repair company, that's a free gem for you as well, if you didn't know that. And then, of course, you can get it notarized, which is a game changer as well. And then you can put 3 different forms of ID. Even though they ask for 2, put 3 different forms of ID. Proof of address, a driver's license, and a lot of people put social, but I don't really like the social thing, but you can put whatever other form that you want to put, and then it will kind of limit your star letters, right? So next, you send off the letters, right? So I know this is gonna cost money. I know. It costs me money. In fact, just my credit repair mentorship alone, just the credit repair part of my mentorship alone was $15,000. Just this part alone. I paid a guy $7,000, I paid a guy $5,000, I paid a guy $3,000. And then I went to mentorship seminars, credit repair events, credit summit. I have credit repair ebooks. I have credit repair workbooks, mastermind groups. I pay for all these things. So it cost me over $15,000. So I get it. It's going to cost you money to get your own credit fixed. But guess what? You're going to need to fix it anyways, right? The most important investment, according to Warren Buffett, which you know who Warren Buffett is. I hope you do. One of the wealthiest men of our lifetime, right? One of the most brilliant investors of our lifetime. So he said, the most important investment you make is in yourself, which is the SME 500. Let me put that in the chat. SME 500. SME 500, not S&P 500, Kemar, because I know you like to trade. SME 500. You want to invest in yourself so you can get these results, so you can get the life that you should desire. 2 years ago, I had bad credit. I tried to buy a house and they told me no. They're like, no, get out of here with your collection ass. So I had to pay to play. I had to pay. No. Everything that I have, that I'm, the only thing I don't have is my Lamborghini yet, right? And a house. But this was on my vision board. This apartment was on my vision board. My Tesla was on my vision board. You know, everything that I wanted was on my vision board. I wanted to make 6 figures trading. I did it twice. Because I leveraged credit. I invested into myself, leverage credit to create wealth. So if you don't want to spend $15,000, it's okay. Book a call with me and my team. Go ahead and just text my number. Text star to 844-497-1542. Shayna will put it in the chat, right? Text us, we'll get you right. So you don't have to pay $15,000. Anyways, moving on. Anyone can have these results. Anyone, I promise you. Renelli, you can have these results. Kemar, you can have these results. Jason, you can have Tamika, anybody. You can have this result if you put in the work, right? We can literally get anything deleted from bankruptcy. I just not lady bankruptcy deleted 2 months ago. We had our bankruptcy deleted. This woman is 50 years old and she has a bankruptcy and she said, I need it gone, Andre. So I said, okay, let's do it. So we started our dispute process and we got our bankruptcy deleted. Now we have some more stuff to work on for her, but we got it deleted. Student loans, get them deleted too. Collections, easy money, easy money. No, not all of them are easy, but we can get it off pretty easy. No, charge off, we drop those like flies as well because we have the right strategies, the right laws that we're able to use in order to use to our advantage. And you know, we have a flow. It's not just like something that we just make up. Like we have a flow that we do that works to our advantage. Late payments, these are pretty hard, but hey, a lot of things are hard, but we get it done anyways. So we get anything removed from your credit report. So in this case, this is my actual profile at the bottom there. This is before credit repair and after credit repair. So I got myself to 711. I mean, I was at 711, 706, and then the other one was 7, so it was like low 7s. And then my brother put me on a card. My brother put me on one of his cards. My score jumped up, and then I got my negative items deleted. I finally got them off after 3 years. I got my negative items deleted, and then boom, I started to hit the high 700 club. 782, 790, and I'm going and I feel good and I start going. And that's when I started to buy the Tesla and the Jeep and the Honda and all the stuff started happening. I started to get these loans and these things and I used some money from a loan. I'm gonna give you some secret. I use a loan and I invested in one stock. My brother Kemar said I should buy Norwegian cruise line. And I was like, bro, I trust you, so I'm just gonna do it. So I don't recommend that you do the same thing I did. But I put 10K on one stock and the thing like took off. I mean like 10K in 4 hours. I was like, cause remember, he told me to buy it at the bottom of the pandemic, I mean in the middle of the pandemic when it was super low. And then it just skyrocketed for some reason and boom, we made a nice change right there, right? So I leveraged a loan to make the money and then I paid the loan back. And then I used the money that I made and I started my trading journey and I acted like I had money. I'm just being transparent. Can I be transparent with you guys? Right, so that's one of the ways that I made money. So I built myself to 790, 782, and then I started to understand how to manufacture credit scores, how to manufacture my profile, how to get my utilization hidden on the business side, and then things definitely changed. And now we're sitting at 803, 813, and 810. Now I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this because this thing took me years. But guess what? I paid the price. I walked miles. My feet are bleeding. But anyways, I still came back for you. That's my Harriet Tubman speech right there. I came back for you. So I did the work already. So I am coming back for you so I can show you guys how to get anything deleted. Right? If you don't want to learn it yourself, let us delete it for you. Let's dispute them for you. So you can position yourself to win. No? When I go into places, they give me anything, man. I'm telling you, these people are chasing me to give me 100K. I'm trying to dodge them. Medical bills, we get that deleted too. Anything on your profile, we get it deleted. Chapter 13, get it deleted. Chapter 7, get it deleted. Anything that's anything, we can get it deleted. It just might take some time because remember, our consumer profile is not created equal, but it can happen if you put in the work. So right now I'm sitting at 803, and I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm saying that to impress upon you that this could be you as well. 2 years ago, I was asking people to put me on their credit cards, dude. It's called authorized user or piggybacking. So when I do it for some people, I used to do it for free, but then I took up all my spots on all my cards. So now I can't do anything for anybody, right? So I can't even charge because all the spots are taken by all my people that I care about. But when I do it for free, people are asking me, why are you doing it for free? I'm suspicious. Why are you doing it for free? Because somebody did it for me. 2 years ago, I was in 600 club. Now we're sitting at 800. So I want to show you guys how to do the same thing for you, and I'll help you if you decide to go. So step 2 is expedited build out. So now that we repaired our credit, it's time to get to the 800. It's time to manufacture the perfect profile. Your credit score is not the most important factor on your credit journey. It's not. If you understand the power of building a strong profile, you're going to get approved for endless amount of funding. Trust me, endless funding. Because I'm going to show you how to get one LLC, And if you can get 50K on one LLC, guess what you can do? You can get 2 LLCs, and then 3, and then 4, and then more, and then more. After I get off this call, I'm gonna go create a new LLC. They're like, why you create? Every call you say that. Because LLCs matter. You need more LLCs because more LLCs equal more monies, baby. More LLCs equal more monies. I got $27,000 from Amex on this Delta card. I got $22,000 on this one. What if I have another LLC? I can do this again. Shoot, this card has no limit. These 2 cards have no limit. Crazy. You're telling me that you can't come up with money, you can't figure this out? Stop lying to yourself. That's why I'm doing this for free, because I don't want the excuse anymore. Right? So anyways, let me stop screaming at y'all. Right? So step 2, build out. So there's a misconception that a lot of people always talk about, oh, it's gonna take years to build a strong credit profile. Just shut up, dude. Shut up. It's gonna take as long as you want it to take. Right? It's gonna take as long as you want it to take. But guess what? My brother, he got to 757 in 1 month, and his profile is attractive. Now his age is young because he's 18 and it just opened up there. Everything's under 1-year-old, but his profile looks good. So guess what I did for his age? I put him on my cards. So he borrowed my age. That's my brother. That's blood. Right? I did it for friends. I did it for my brother too. I put him on my cards, and that built his age. So if you have a kid on this call, if you have a child on this call, you want to put your kids on your best cards that have no late payments and have low utilization before they're even 18. So when they're 18, they step into their 18th birthday with excellent credits. You want on their birthdays, you should be, first of all, you should teach them about credit when they're 15, or if your kids are super smart, when they're way younger, teach them about credit, break this down for them, let them understand fully, put them on your cards. I know a lot of people that put their kids on their cards, especially people that are not black, especially people that are not black. So I'm picking on us now. You need to put your kids on your cards so you can start building their profiles before they're 18. So on the 18th birthday, instead of buying a Nintendo, you show up with an LLC like, hey baby, here's your name, LLC. Samantha Gooden, LLC. Renee, LLC. So you give them an LLC and you print out their credit profile and show them their 800 credit score. That's what we should be giving our kids. So our kids have a head start. So they're not going through life at 30 years old like André with bad credit. Right? A lot of people say, oh, it's going to take a long time to get credit cards. No, we have strategies how to get credit cards. First of all, somebody can co-sign for you. Second of all, you can get credit builder accounts that report like credit cards. Third of all, there's a lot of people that would give you a credit card with a brand new LLC and a low profile. So I want you to get rid of those lies. Those are lies from the pits of hell. Right? So step 2.1, you want to get anywhere from 10 to 15 accounts. It says 12, but 10 to 15 accounts. No, I don't expect you to apply for 15 things tomorrow. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying to build like the sweet spot, the perfect profile, when I surpassed that 15 mark is when I saw my credit like take off. So you want to have, don't get me wrong, because I know a lot of smart people on this call and somebody's going to check me. What are some credit builder accounts? There you go. Now we're talking. Somebody's ready. So I'm going to share that with you in a second, Queen. So I don't want nobody to fact check me. So let me be transparent. You can have an 800 credit score with 5 accounts, but it's going to be a weak 800. That means when you go for a loan, they're going to deny you. You're like, yeah, you can get denied with 800, of course. 800 does not, remember, the profile is more important than the score because they know that you know how to get a score. They know that you can put yourself as an authorized user and boost your score, right? They know that stuff, right? Shayna, go ahead and let in Abu, right? Because every time I let somebody in, it kind of does something weird. So Shayna, let him in, please. So you want to get 10 to 12 accounts reporting on your credit and your consumer profile, right? So here are some credit builder accounts. What I give to my clients, my paid clients, I give them Kickoff. So you look it up, kickoff.com, Self, Credit Builder, Credit Strong, Kovo, Varo. No, not everybody needs 5, right? Because I don't want to just give them endless credit cards, because these report like credit cards. These accounts that I just gave you, some of them report like credit cards. So even though you don't have credit cards, which are called revolving accounts, They report on your profile like revolving accounts. So these people are pretending like they gave you a credit card with a $10,000 limit. And all you got to do is pay them like $25 per month. So look these up. These are called Credit Builder. I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to drop them in the chat for you because I love you guys and you guys have been hanging out with me for a long time. So I'm going to drop them in the chat. Use my link. Shameless plug. I get some points or something. I think they gave me like a coffee voucher the other day for this thing. So I'm going to drop it in the chat for you. So those are the links to Credit Strong, Self, and Kickoff. No, Credit Strong has an opportunity for you to report like an installment account, right? So these are Credit Builder accounts that we add. No, next, after we get all that stuff done, then we get a pledge loan or a secure loan. Navy Federal is my favorite for this. They have what we call the pledge loan. No, take a screenshot of this. I'm gonna give you guys like 5 seconds, take a screenshot of this. And then we're gonna break down the pledge loan. So what is a pledge loan? A pledge loan is a secure loan. What you do is you take your own money. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna explain that. I'm gonna explain in a story because I know that people remember stories more. So here's what I did. My brother is 18, I flew to Florida. I said, hey bro, you're gonna learn credit. You're gonna master credit right now. Right, it wasn't that aggressive, but it was aggressive. So I took him 12 o'clock at night when everybody's sleeping, I started teaching him credit so he can remember. Right? I wanted him to feel the pain of wanting to sleep. So he remembered that stuff. I told him, bro, if you ever have bad credit, we're gonna fight. Right? So he was like, okay, bro. So we got through the whole process. I gave him the masterclass. Well, not like this, but I taught him everything. And then we talk about, getting a pledge loan. We talk about manufacturing the profile. So I said, bro, let's get a pledge loan with Navy Federal. And he's like, what's that? So I said, bro, a pledge loan is when you go to the bank and you have $250 or $3,000 or $50,000, or in my case, I did an $80,000 pledge loan. I did a $30K and a $50K pledge loan, right? So you take the money, you go to the bank, you give them the money. You say, hey, Navy, I just gave you $10,000, right? That's what I did for my brother. We went to the bank, we put $10,000 from my account into his account. Because, he's 18, he broke. Right? Broke as a joke and ready to choke. So we put the money from my account into his account and we say, hey, Navy, give us a pledge loan on that money that's in his account. So they're like, okay. So we put it in his checking account. They moved it. It disappeared. And then at the bottom of his screen, it said loan approved, $10,000. So we're like, whoa, it's about to get real. Then after like a day or two, the money came back into his savings account this time. So it was in his checking. They moved it, it disappeared. Then a loan showed up for $10K. Then the loan is still there. And then the money came back into his account as savings, in a savings account. So guess what we did? We took the money from the savings account, the same $10,000. We went to the loan and we said, hey, loan, how you feeling? I'm gonna pay you down. So we went $9,900 pay, and we pressed that button. We paid $9,900 out of $10,000. What that did, it shows that he now has a $10,000 loan paid off 99% or 90 whatever percent, whoever is good at math, 90%. So he has a 90% loan paid off. On his profile, that looks sexy. His profile is paid down. I mean, sorry, his $10,000 loan is paid down all the way to $100. Somebody put some fire in the chat. Come on, man. His profile got so attractive to the lenders. No, they're saying to themselves, this kid, he paid off that $10,000 loan fast. We trust him with money. You know when you have a good son and a not so good son, and the good son, you give him the car keys. The not so good son, you give him a scooter, or you give him a bicycle, right? This is like the good son, right? So we became the good son, right? So we paid that down, and now they trust us. So guess what we did? Ask me, Tamika, ask me what we did. I'm glad you asked. We did another one. Like DJ Khaled says, another one. We went back with the 9,900 and we're like, hey, Navy, how you doing? How you doing? Can we get another pledge loan? And they're like, oh, sure, of course. You have $9,900 in your account. So we did another pledge loan. In a few days, paid it down, $9,800. On his profile, it shows $200,000 high limit or two big value, high limit, what do you want to call it, loans paid off 90%. And then we did a small one. We did one for 250 because I didn't want to overwhelm his profile too early in the game. So we did one for two. So what I'm saying is you can do as many pledge loans as you want. I did a 251, I did a 3,000 one, I did a 10,000 one, I did a 30K one, I did a 50K one. So my profile is beautiful. That's why when I go to places, they offer me 100,000 or 50K or more. That's what they offer me. Yesterday I checked every day. Every day I check my credit, even on a Sunday after church. Every day I check my credit. I'm a credit. I live credit, right? So yesterday I checked my credit. It said that I qualified for 30 plus different top tier credit cards. That means I qualify for every single credit card except for the black card because I don't know how to get that. Right? I don't know how to get that yet. But when I do, I'll tell you. I'll give you in a free masterclass, maybe. Right? So this is what happens when you build a profile. So we did the pledge loans for my brother 3 times. So now on his profile, he has 3 installment accounts, 3 loans paid off 90%. So then, because I didn't explain properly, no, the loans have a term. So he's 18, so we did all the loans up to his 18th birthday. And we did one for 6 months. We did, I think, the 251 for 6 months. So now the loans are going to expire on 2024, I think, or 2025, whatever, right? The loans are going to expire then when he's 21 years old. No, the loans are calculated in months. So you have 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, 48, something like that, then 60, something like that, right? So we did 36 months. So guess what? When he has the balance on his credit card, right, or on his loan, he has a $100 balance. All we do is we go to the calculator, right? Instant primaries. JT gets it. Instant primaries, not credit builders, not authorized users. Instant primaries means primary accounts. So guess what I did? I said, okay, bro. So you owe $100, right? So we say 100 divided by 36, because 36 months, 3 years. That comes out to 2.77. So that's how you do anything is how you do everything. So we're going to round up. So we pay $2.80 per month. So we set up auto pay for him for $2.80 for the next 3 years. So in 3 years, he's going to pay off that $10,000 loan, which is really $100. And his profile is going to be so beautiful. In 3 years, that man is going to have $250,000 in funding for his LLC. I'm making sure of it. I'm going to work. I'm going to treat it like my own personal credit because I don't want my brother to start behind. I want him to start ahead. And I want that for you and your family as well. So if you guys can't tell by now, I'm going to take a break. I get a little bit wired up and fired up. So I'm going to take a breather so I can bring it back down. Next is you want to get some secure credit cards if you need it. I'm not very excited about this because not everybody needs it. And I don't want you to lock away your money for 6 months if you don't have to. So not everybody needs secure credit cards, but we also got my brother one because I wanted to teach him how to use his own credit card. So I said, bro, put some money into this secure credit card and then use it and pay it back. So every month I check his credit because he's a client too. By the way, my brother's a client. So I'm not playing with this. He's a client. The kid is a client at 18. So if you're on this call and you're over 18, like stop playing with this thing. The dude books it. Yo, sometimes I check my calendar and I'm like, this little kid, he booked a time slot on my calendar when I could be making money. My little brother booked a time slot for 30 minutes on my calendar to talk to me. He's my brother and he's still booking because the dude is serious. He doesn't want me to say, I'll call you when I get a chance because that's what I usually tell him. And then I never call him until the next 2 days. So he said, nah, I'm gonna book a spot on your calendar at 12 o'clock after you take lunch, right? So I want you guys to get this, right? So next is after you do all that cool stuff, then if you're anything like me or a lot of my friends, we're paying rent. So guess what you can do? You can report your rent as well. You can literally report your rent and all the years that you've been paying rent. Some of these companies back pay your rent or backdate your rent and they put it on your profile. So now you have a super attractive profile because all these rent payments from Rental Karma or Boom Pay or all the other ones that you can Google, go on YouTube, find them, right? These people put these things on your profile and that boosts your profile. So now we have Rent a Karma, Boom Pay, that's 2. Secure Card, that's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pledge loans, maybe. That's what, 8. Kickoff, 9. Self, 10. Credit Strong, 11. Covert, 12. Varo, 13. More and more and more and more and more as you wish. And then if you want to do them right, you want to do them right out the gate if you can, so they can start aging. Because remember, all these are going to lower your age. So might as well you start this in the beginning so you can start aging. So when you get older, then you have some 5-year-old accounts versus applying for Credit Strong 5 years from now, trying to boost your credit when you're 35. Start now. So that's step 2.1, how to build out a strong profile. I just gave you the gems that I use, and you guys thought it was going to be some secret magic. This is what I use to build my profile. So now I can live the life that I'm living. I'm able to do whatever it is with credit. Like, I'll be impressed if somebody deny me for something. Besides Chase, because Chase is funny with that 524 rule, right? They got me with that one. But anyways, step 2.2 is making sure that you have a diverse credit mix, which you want to have installment accounts, which is and revolving accounts. So going back, we talk about Credit Strong and all these accounts. A lot of those are revolving accounts, and then pledge loans are installment accounts. Some people are going to take half of what I said on this call, and they're going to do half, and they're going to end up with only revolving accounts. Or they're going to end up with only installment accounts. You want to have a variety so you can have the best credit mix. So that's how you manufacture that 800 credit score. I had to figure this out for 2+ years, how to build the perfect 800, right? And this is what I came up with. All the stuff that I said so far, and then making sure I have a diverse credit mix. So what is an installment account? It's like a regular student loan, credit card, wait, what's that thing called? Refund, damn it, what's that word? When you put all your loans together, consolidation. Like consolidation loans, student loans, car loans, these are all installment accounts, right? They have a fixed end date and the payment is due every month. No, revolving accounts are these beautiful plastic or metal if you're Amex people, right? Or if you have X1, right? These are called revolving accounts. You pay them, the money comes back. You pay them, the money comes back. So it revolves, it goes around and around and around. Another revolving account is having a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. That means you have equity. Equity means you owe $100,000 on your house, right? But your house is valued at $200,000. So you have $100,000 equity. That means money that you can pull out. So when you pull out a HELOC on your house, that's a revolving credit. So keep that in mind. All right, so we just shared a lot of gems of how you can build your profile, build up the perfect credit mix, manufacture your 800. Now we're going to talk about how to get an auto loan on your profile. So a lot of people say they can't get approved for a car, or they just can't get a car because their credit is bad. Here's a gem for you. You can go to this company called Swap a Lease, right? And they will let you take over somebody else's. It's called Swap a Lease for some reason, but you can take over somebody's payments for their car, right? You can take over somebody's payments and they put it on your credit, dude. They literally put it on your credit. You take over somebody's thing and they put it on your credit. And that's how you can get a car in your name. Easy one too. The person maybe is going through hardship. Maybe they bought the G-Wagon and they can't afford it anymore. Maybe they had somebody die in their family and they have to pay for whatever it is. They can't afford, they're in a bad position, or they just want to get rid of the car and then you take it over. So you can use this for yourself and your clients as well. Swap a Lease is a gem. All right, next is trade lines. So somebody in the chat said something about primaries, right? So when it comes down to the credit world, we have this term called trade lines. We have this term called primary. We have authorized. We have a ton of terms, kind of like the military. We have a bunch of acronyms and whatever things that we have, like our own language, kind of like Starbucks, right? So what is a trade line? So a trade line is an account that's on your profile. That's it. That's all it is. It's an account that's on your profile. So that means everything on your profile is a trade line. However, when it's on our profile, we call it an account. When it's not on our profile, we say we want a trade line. So what people do is they go to friends and they ask their friends for a trade line, and that's called an authorized user trade line. So Kemar put me as an authorized user on his card. He didn't give me the card. He cut the card up. He put me on the card, which you should do for your kids. He put me on the card, and then I borrowed all of his age. I borrowed it. It went to my profile. The credit limit, I got the credit limit as well. So now my credit limit says, oh, no, your credit limit is like $100,000 because I borrowed his 30K from his card, right? So I borrowed his age, his positive payments, his on-time payments every month, and I borrowed his limit, right? That's called an authorized user. No, these people on the internet, they sell these authorized user positions, right? And as you can see in this picture, there's a Chase one. I don't know if you can read it clearly, but this one was opened in 1999. That would have been a nice one. Maybe I should buy this one. The price is $500. So these people are selling this. They put you on their card for 2 months, 3 months. And I would only recommend this part, paying a person if you're gonna like do a mortgage. Because when you're doing a mortgage, you're gonna do the mortgage in September. You want to put the trade line in maybe June or July. Put the trade line in July. It reports in August. When it reports, your score goes up because you borrowed all their age. You apply for the mortgage with a new score. And then once you close on the deal, your friend can take you off the credit card or the whatever, right? So that's the hack that we use for trade lines. You can buy them, but these are normally like 90-day window. But if your friends have them, or your parents have them, or your sisters have them, or your brother have them, let them put you on these accounts. I put a bunch of people on mine for free, so I'm maxed out. Don't call me, don't text me, don't email me. I max mine out, right? The next time I open it up, I'm gonna sell it because I change a lot of people's financial position doing that, right? But guess what? There's so many people in the world, you don't need me. You have friends that can help you with this, right? So that's the trade line. You can buy them, you can get it from your friend. Now, step 2.5 is getting a credit profile that's fundable. So here's what a lender looks at when they decide to give you money, right? Fundable means ability to get funding, fundability, fundable, right? I'm not an English teacher, but you know what I mean. So they look for 10% or less in credit utilization. But guess what? Remember, we're not using anything because everything is on our business side. So we already have less than 10% utilization because we're putting all the debt on our business side, not the personal side. So next, they look for 100% on-time payment history. They want to make sure that your credit profile is perfect. Muy picante, they want it perfect so they can not have any reason to deny you for funding. And also, they're afraid that you're going to miss payments with them if you miss payments in the past. You want to have zero derogatory. So you want to have no bankruptcies, no charge off, no eviction. Like, you don't want anything weird on your credit. Everything needs to be clean. No collections, no late payments. None of that needs to be on your profile. It needs to be completely clean when you go for funding. No, you can get money with collections, especially if they're paid. You can get money. I've seen my clients get money with stuff on their credit. But that's why you get these $2,000 loans or these $2,000 credit cards, right? Or that's why you get denied, and then you have to reconsider, and then they give you $500 to start, right? By the way, that's another gem for you. When you get denied for something, always ask for a reconsideration. Go look up online a reconsideration, Bank of America. Call them and say, hey, I have good credit. I've been with you guys for 8 years. Y'all deny me for $10,000 loan? Come on, man. Reconsider that. Look into that again. I need a manual underwriter. Sometimes they come back with a double what they denied you for $10,000, they come back with $20,000 offer. Or they gave you a $5,000 card, they come back and give you $15,000. So I don't want you to roll over and play dead when you get denied. I don't want you to roll over and play dead. You can actually reconsider and push the limits, right? So you want to have a profile that has 3 to 4 years or more credit history. Preferably if you have 5, 6, 9, 10, that's way better, but you want to have at least 3 to 4 years in the bare minimum, right? That means your account needs to be aged. Then you want, like I said, anywhere from 10 to 15 positive accounts, not negative accounts, not charge-offs. You want to have 10 to 15 positive accounts. And then last but not least, you want to have 2 or less inquiries on each credit reporting agency. Each bureau needs to have less than 2 inquiries, 2 or less inquiries, right? Because if you have too many inquiries, they're going to say that you're desperate. And desperate people don't pay back money. That's what they found over the years, right? So you want to look like you're not desperate. So guess what we do? Guess what we do? We ain't desperate, but after we get funding, we dispute the inquiries because we did not give them permission to put them on our credit profile. So we dispute them and we get them deleted. We have 2 strategies that we use mainly. We call them and get them disputed over the phone. major gem for you. If you're on this call and you have inquiries, you can call them, get them to speak over the phone, or you can send in letters and, you know, bunch of cool laws and all that stuff, and they get them deleted, right? CFPB, FTC, all that cool stuff, right? Get stuff deleted. So that's what we do to get our inquiries deleted, because you want to have the perfect profile that's fundable. So after you get the credit repair done, the credit building done, then you have a fundable profile, then you can move on to start getting money. So step 3 is funding yourself. So I want everybody to put money in the chat, because it's time to get to this bag. Get to this bag. My juice is done. It's time to get to this bag. So here's my strategy. One of the people that I paid $7,000 for the mastermind, all he talks about is get 0% interest credit card, get 0% interest credit card. That's all he talked about. Every video call that we did, get 0% interest credit card. So I was like, okay, I'll look into it. And then I realized, wait a minute, 0% interest credit card, 0% interest credit card. So you mean to tell me that they gave me $22,000 on this card and I can use it for free? I can use this money for 1 year for free without paying no interest. That means I can start a whole nother company for 1 year and pay no interest. All I gotta do is pay the monthly payment, $300, $210. That's what we're gonna talk about, how to get 0% interest credit cards and how to do a credit stacking. So what is credit stacking? It's you applying for certain different accounts at certain different times, so your profile is not overwhelmed on one credit bureau, right? So I'll break that down more in a second. So how do we get to the bag? The first thing is that we must have an LLC. You must have an LLC to get business funding, unless you're gonna go do the sole proprietor method, which I don't recommend, because it's not dope. Don't half-ass this thing. If you want to get funding and you want to do things like the way we do it, get an LLC or S corp or a C corp. Get some kind of entity besides the sole prop, right? And then you want to structure the entity. So in my high-level program that I talked about, that Diana and Simone and all them girls have, right? Notice there's no guys. Why do I have guys? I don't know. Anyways, in my high-ticket program, the one that's for like 7K, no, these are the things that I talk about. I break all these down into fine details with videos and everything, right? No, I'm gonna give it to you for free because it's that simple, right? Very, very simple. Take a screenshot real quick. First things first is you get a non-risky business name. You get a low-risk business name. So my company is called Big Faith Consulting, not Big Faith Trucking, high risk, not Big Faith Credit Repair, high risk, not Big Faith Legal Attorney, high risk, not Big Faith Funding, high risk, not Big Faith Capital, high risk, not Big Faith Gun Shop, high risk, not Big Faith Porn, none of that weird stuff, high risk. Low risk, Big Faith Consulting, Big Faith Enterprise, Big Faith LLC, Big Faith, I don't know, wealth, Big Faith Group, not wealth, you don't want wealth. Big Faith Group, Big Faith Family Empire, Big Faith Family, Big Faith whatever, right? Just the name needs to be low risk. So when they look at the name, they don't judge you. A lot of them judge you by just your name, right? So next is you want to get an EIN. You want to go to, whatever platform you want to go on, but normally people go to the IRS and they apply for an EIN number. Some people do it for you, like Unveil and all those guys. They do it for you, LegalZoom. But you can go to IRS and do it yourself, right? Get an EIN number for your business. When you get your business name and EIN number, you get a business phone number. Now, a business phone number is not a cell phone that you use for business. It's not like, oh, I have 2 cell phones, let's just use one for business. That's not what I mean. A business phone number, somebody put in the chat. What is a business phone number? I know somebody's on this call is smart. Y'all are all smart people. What do I mean when I say business phone number? All right, there we go. So there's a bunch of them. It's not only 800s, but yes, 1-800-1888-1844. All these numbers that are called toll-free numbers. They're called toll-free numbers, right? You want to get toll-free numbers because the lenders are looking to you and they're saying, Chase, our company, we have a toll-free number. We have a business address. We have a company name. We have a company email. We have a website. She has none of that. Why should I give her money? She didn't even try to match my energy. So you need to match their energy, guys. You need to have a business phone number. My business phone number is what's my number? 888-419-4232. Then I have an 844 number. Like you need to be matching their energy. So they have no reason to not give you this money. Like Renali says, you need to get this money, right? Next, you want to get your business website, and then you get a business email that matches your website. So for me, my website is called bigfaithconsulting.com. Guess what I have for my email? info@bigfaithconsulting. Not John Cena credit repair @gmail.com. Not Kemar consulting @yahoo.com. None of that nonsense. Why would I give you money if you can't even get a business email? Like, you're not serious. So you want to get a business email and a business address would be next. No, your business address is not your home address. No, this is my home, right? However, to the banks, I have an address. I have an office because I got to play their game, right? So you want to get a business address. A business address is a virtual address. Shayna's going to put it in the chat. Oh, businessname.com. There we go. Businessname.com, right? So a virtual address is going to come from DaVinci, Regus, and all these different platforms. As long as it's not a PO box, you should be good. After all that, you want to get your Dun & Bradstreet number. Now, some people have to create this. Some people don't have to create this because the system generates the number yourself because they're always looking for new businesses and they're registering a number for you. Dun & Bradstreet is the biggest, the godfather of business credit bureaus, right? It's the godfather of business credit bureaus. So you want to have a Dun & Bradstreet number, okay? No, and then it tells you all the stuff about your credit, how many accounts you have, how many credit accounts on the business side. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Next, you want to get a 411 listing done. You want to list your business on 411. So when the lenders want something to deny you, and they're like, I bet they don't have 411 done. Nah, babe, we got 411 done. I got you. 411 is an online directory, like older people used to use, like the directory book. It's like an online directory. A lot of people still use it, but a lot of lenders use it to make sure that you're legit. Because here's the mindset. There's a lot of people that do things like scams and whatever, illegal stuff. So they're saying, if this person is willing to do all this work, they can't be a scammer. You're gonna do all that just to scam me? Nah, man, you must be serious. That's what they're looking at it as. No, people do shady stuff, but you want to make sure that you position yourself to win. You want to be good in their eyes. And then last but not least, you want to have business bank accounts. And here's my pet peeve. I can't stand when people open a business and then say, oh, next year I'm opening my business bank account. Next year, my anniversary. Why? Do you not plan to make money? Do you not plan to make money? So what the lenders see is they see a business without a bank account, so they're not going to give you any money. Or they see a business that's 1 year old with a 1 month old bank account. So what were you doing for the last 11 months? What were you doing? Playing with your fingers? Because clearly you weren't making any money. And if you were, you're making it on a personal side. That means you're not a good business person because clearly you don't know what you're doing. No, that's not true. Sometimes we're new and we're immature in the business space, so we have to learn to jump through the hoops. But I'm telling you tonight, you want to get your business bank account done the same time when your LLC gets approved. As soon as that paper comes in your hand, take it to the bank. Open up business account with Chase, Bank of America. Do not open Wells Fargo. I don't like them. They don't like me. They're not the best. You can skip that one. And if you want to do it, you can do it, but we don't like them. So Chase, Bank of America, and then you can do like Citibank, any top bank, any top tier bank. And then you want to open up the local credit unions around you. So if you live in Cincinnati, you want to look in your Google and say, local credit unions near me. And then you find the ones and you call the ones that have business products and say, hey, you got business products, right? I see it on your website. They're like, yeah, come on down. You book a time with them and you go on, you head on down. And you get a bunch of $50 and you put $50 here, $50 there, $50 here, and you open up 5, 6, 7, 10 different accounts if you can. That's called building a relationship. So when you go to get money, They're not going to tell you no because your credit profile is beautifully done. Your credit scores is up, right? In Jamaica, we say up. The thing is up, it's up, right? No, you have business bank account, you have your business name, your EIN, your phone number, your email, you have everything put together. So why not give me money? So that's what I teach my high ticket clients, you know, and I just give it away for you guys for free. So drop some fire in the chat. I lost my voice, but I'm gonna keep going. Can you get funding with a month-old LLC? Who said that? You can get funding with a 2-day-old LLC. As long as you have those papers in your hand and you can walk, you don't even have to be able to walk. If you can wheel into the bank, you can get funding. You can get $25,000 from Chase the first month when the LLC is open. You can get $15,000 from Navy Federal, $50,000 from Key Bank, $25,000 from Truist. Like, you can get so much money with a 1-month-old LLC. It's a great question. Great question. All right, we're gonna keep pushing because we're about to get close to that 3-hour mark. Oh, there it is. Best banks and lenders to get funded. eBank will give you $50K right off the rip. No, it's better if you have a relationship because that kind of like solidifies the $50K. However, if you don't, it's okay. They have business products, and once you have a relationship with them, they'll start you off at a good little rate. Maybe they give you 10K, 15K, 20K, and then you build up to that. So they have like credit cards, business credit cards. They have like line of credits, right? Line of credit is when you get money and you can pull from the money and put it back. Pull from the money. A line of credit is kind of like a revolving account. So even though it's kind of like an installment account, it's kind of like a revolving account at the same time, because when you use the money, it comes back to you. Use the money, it comes back to you. It's still there, available for you, right? So KeyBank will give you $50K right off the back. Truist Bank will also do the same thing. Easy $50K. And if you live in a state that does not, have KeyBank or Truist, it's okay. I'm going to show you how you can actually get money from these as well. So, all right, hold the questions. I don't want to be distracted with the chat because I love to multi-focus, and you can't really multi-focus, right? So next is Chase Business Inc. or any Chase product for that matter. They'll give you $25K on the Business Inc., 0% interest. I've seen a kid, and when I say kid because he's younger than me, he's 22 or 21 or something like that. He got $75,000 on his business card. I don't know what he told them or what he had. I know that he used a relationship manager, which is a good thing. Go into the banks, find a person that works there, make friends with them, ask them about their relationship manager, the person that does the business funding side. Get that phone person number, make friends with that person, and then get that person to put your application in, because they can put whatever they want on that application form. And that's called manual underwriting, versus when you do it online, it's a computer, instant result, 10K. Relationship managers are called RMs. They'll get you the bag. The kid got $75,000, 0% interest. Do you understand what that means? That means he can liquidate that credit card and go buy a house with it. Don't payment on a house. So another one is Lightstream. Lightstream will give you any amount of money that you qualify for, right? They're crazy, and they'll drop it in your bank account. So what I did for Lightstream, they have an auto loan hack, right? They have this used auto loan. You apply for the used auto loan like you're gonna buy a car, and then let's say they approve you like me for $40,000. They drop the 40K in my bank account the next day, just like that. Boom. You notice I didn't say they gave me a check to go give the car dealership. They dropped the money in my bank account the next day. So guess what I did with that? Did some pledge loans. All right. Did some pledge loans with that money. Then I used the rest of the money and I put it in different bank accounts, and I seasoned the bank accounts, building relationships. And then I went back and I got funding. Some of them are still sitting right now. So next, so that's a big gem, by the way, if you guys didn't catch that. Big gem. Livestream will give you a lot of money. So let's say they gave you, Tamika, let's say they gave you 20K. What you can do with that 20K, you can use that 20K and pay off your high credit card balances. Easy. Pay off the credit card balances. No, you have a loan, because loans don't affect your utilization like credit cards do, and they don't affect your scores like credit cards do. So instead of having those high balances on your credit card that's hurting your score, use the Livestream loan if you qualify, pay it off, on your credit cards, your 4 different credit cards that you maxed out, and then you're good to go. That was me. I had to pay off some stuff, and then my score went off. Next is BMO Harris. They have like a Blacks and Latino program. No, they have a program for everybody, white, yellow, purple, pink, but Black and Latino, they have a program specifically for you, for us, that you can leverage 50K. Like, I think it's like low docs. Low docs means like less documents. They don't need like all your documents, and they'll give you approved. And then we have PSECU. They'll give you 10 to 50K, mostly on the personal side, but they give you some business product side, if I remember correctly. Then we have Univest. Univest will give you 100K line of credit if you have everything structured properly. No, they like that they like when you're 2 years old, but I've seen 100K. I didn't get my 100K yet, but I'm working on it, right? And I need to get 100K from them, because that's a line of credit. That means you can pull the money off, use it, make money, put it back, pull the money off again, and you can keep that going for the rest of your life. Rest of your life. What one of my mentors do, what one of my mentors did is this. I'm gonna give you some gems. What my mentor did was this. He got his Univest bank, right? He put the money off his Univest bank, right? His Univest credit. He put the money off and he put it in a life insurance policy. This is a whole different topic, but let's bear with me. He put the money in a life insurance policy. The life insurance policy is accruing interest at a higher rate than the bank accounts. Then he borrowed the money back from the life insurance policy, like he took a loan from himself. But when you take a loan from a life insurance policy, you still make the same interest as if the money was still there. You still make the same interest as if the money was still there. So he has the money in the account, it's generating income, and he took a loan and he used the money from the loan, started another business, invested in something. The business is making money now. He used the money to pay back the insurance policy. Crazy. That's called infinite banking. If you've ever seen anybody put it on the social media, it's called infinite banking, creating a bank using your life insurance policy. And you can do that over and over and over and over and over. But it's easier said than done. There's some complexities that you have to talk to. So talk to an insurance person about that. I just wanted to share that with you. Now, next is the local credit union hack. Is credit unions like to give away money because they're small and they want to build relationships and they want to get their names out there. So, like I said in the beginning, in the previous slide, you want to get get the tier 1 accounts like Chase, Wells Fargo, if you like them, Bank of America, right? All those ones, and then you go to the credit unions around you because they like to give away the bag. If you have 5 different credit unions and they each give you 20K a piece, that's 100K. And then I'm going to talk about how to get that money off the card. So if you guys want to know how to get the money off the card, drop a 7 in the chat. That insurance is called, I think it's called a whole life policy or term life, whole life, one of those things. Just look it up online, find a person, infinite banking, 777, right? So bear with me, I'll get to that in a second. So remember what I said? If you want to apply for loan or credit card in a different state, this is what you can do. Now, if you want to apply for Truist and you live in Washington State, Truist is not in Washington State. So guess what you can do? You can go to Secretary of State for Georgia, right? Or for Washington State, go to Secretary of State for them. And then you apply for a foreign filing, right? It's called like a foreign filing authorization. I think that's the official name. Foreign file authorization. Then you get yourself positioned in that state so you can do business in that state. Then you take your passport, not your driver's license, you take your passport, you go to the bank, go visit them, drive there, fly there, whatever you need to do. Maybe online works as well, but I like to do in person. You fly there on your next vacation, you take your passport as your proof of ID, and you go into the bank and you say, hey, bank, I want $10,000 on this on a credit card. I want the highest credit card that you guys have to offer, or the highest loan. And then you get the money under your entity, even though your business is registered in a different state, it's registered also in this state to do business. So they have to give you the money if you qualify. Major gems. So people that live in New York and they want to get some things that we have over here on this side of the world, then that's what they do. Washington State to this side of the world, that's what they do, right? So the Washington State people, they have different banks on the West Coast, completely different banks, like most of the times. Like they have BECU and all those different things that we don't have here. So that's what we would do. We run the foreign entity play That's what we call the foreign entity play. And then we're able to go out and get multiple different funding opportunities from different institutions that's not necessarily in our home state, right? So we can get, 5 different banks, 5 more banks per LLC, right? So there's so much value in that if you guys are paying attention. No, you don't have to, if you don't have to do this, you'll be restricted. If you don't have to, if you don't have this, you'll be restricted to only some banks in your state. So I'd recommend that if you have a state that has a bank that you want to apply at, you just go ahead and do that, so you don't get, limited. So next is the funding sequence. So after you get all that done, you fixed your personal credit, you built your profile, you added some trade lines, some authorized user, some credit builder accounts, some pledge loans, you created an LLC, you got your business name, phone number, email, website, like EIN number, everything. You got everything that Andre talked about earlier, right? Everything's positioned, right? You find the banks that you want, you open up bank accounts. Now it's time to go for your funding sequence. So how you do this is you must know exactly which banks pull from which different bureaus. You want to know which banks pull from which different bureaus, because you want to apply at certain banks because we don't want inquiries to pile up. You want to apply at certain banks because we don't want inquiries to stack up. So let's say that 3 banks pull from Experian. You don't want to go to all the 3 Experian banks all at the same time. No, you want to go to one Experian bank, one bank that pulls from Experian, one bank that pulls from TransUnion, one bank that pulls from Equifax. So when you go to Experian, they can't see what TransUnion just did and they can't see what Equifax just did. But if you went Experian, they're gonna say, nah, you're desperate, denied. So this is how we create the funding sequence. You find the banks, look in your area, banks near me, bankrate.com. Go ahead and put in the chat, bankrate.com, actually, bankbranchlocator.com, bankbranchlocator. Oh, somebody beat me to it. Oh, Shayna, right? Bankbranchlocator.com. Awesome. So now that you're starting to create your funding sequence, right? We should be able to get 9 credit cards or line of credits in the first round. Here's what I mean. You have 3 different credit bureaus. We're going to use that word for easy understanding. 3 different credit bureaus, right? All you have to do is go to one, get money, go to one, get money, go to one, get money. Go back to the first one in about 2 weeks or so, get money. Second one, get money. Third one, get money. Go back in about 2 weeks or so, or a month. Some people like to say they wait a month or 2 months, whatever. Go back to the other one after the inquiry kind of like calm down. It's kind of like chill. You go back again, get some money, get some money, get some money. Now you have 9 different accounts, 3 inquiries on each bureau. But guess what? They're on the business side. So guess what you can do? You can get them disputed and get them removed and then do it all over again. So no, you do it with LLC number 1, go do it with LLC number 2. So in your first round, you're able to get $100,000. In your second round, you're able to get $100,000. In your second LLC, you're able to get $100,000. In your second round and your second LLC, you got another $100,000. Now you have $400,000 in funding. If you need that much, I don't need that much. I haven't like went crazy on my funding sequence yet, but that's how we do it. That's how my mentors do it. That's how my business partners do it. That's how the experts do it. That's how everybody do it. So, and they like to charge for this information, but I like to give it out, for free. So this is what I'm talking about. You find the banks and the credit unions, you see where they pull from. So it says credit bureau, where they pull from, right? See where they pull from. And then you create a funding sequence. So Tamika is gonna say, all right, Shayna, go ahead and accept Abu, please. Shayna is gonna, Tamika is gonna say, all right, Chase Inc. pulls from Experian. All right, I want to get a Chase card this month. All right, where's the other ones? CarSmart or CarMax? No, CarSmart pulls from TransUnion. I want to get one of those. The Hertz card, they pull from Equifax. I want to get one of those. So she building out her funding sequence by looking at each bank and see where they pull from, so she can create the sequence to where she don't get denied. Right? Create a sequence so you don't get denied. That's what we're talking about when we talk about funding sequence. Then you do it all over again. You do it all over again. You do it all over again. So there's way more. I just put some on the screen, for example, so take a screenshot if you want. But there's way more banks in America that you can look up, call them, look at bankbranchlocator.com, look at bankrate.com, look at all these different places and see where everybody pulled from, and then you put your funding sequence together. So, all right, I just dropped $10,000 worth of game on you guys, and we're not even done yet. So, removing inquiries, like I said, it's possible. As you can see, we deleted a bunch of inquiries on this person's profile. In this method, we're personally guaranteeing the debt, so we have to remove the inquiries from the personal side. No, the accounts, they go on the business side, but the inquiries go on the personal side, because remember, this is business funding, not business credit. Business funding is different from business credit. Make sense? All right. Moving on, false beliefs. A lot of people say you have to make a lot of money to be able to get business funding. That's not true. A brand new LLC can get $50,000 in next week. I've seen it. I have done it. I got money with my LLC when it was brand new, right? And I'm going to keep doing it, right? Another false belief is we will never be able to pay back the money. That's what, if you want to fight for your limitations, then keep them. If you want to fight for your limitations, keep them. But if I give you $50,000, you tell me that you can't flip that one time? You can't even make $10,000 with that? Nah, man, you're not made for this. You need to go back to the, that life. You're not made for this life, right? If you get $50,000 and you can't make some money with it, if you can't start a credit repair company, if you can't start a dropshipping business, an Amazon business, if you can't start a notary business, get your real estate license, I don't know, something. Come on, man. You can do something, right? So another false belief is your LLC has to be open for a long time. It's not true. A 1-month-old LLC can get $50,000 in funding. I've seen it, done it, right? So I just want to paint that picture for you, okay? So get rid of those false beliefs. We don't believe in that. We have big faith over here. So one of the things that I mentioned earlier is relationship manager. We call them RM. So what you want to do, you want to go inside the bank and you want to let them apply for these cards for you on your behalf, because they do it better than us. Better than an RM, better than a bank manager or a banker, better than a banker is a relationship manager. A relationship manager, they manually underwrite the whole thing themselves. So if you can find one of those, that's how you get 75K cards. That's how we get these high limit cards, when you find the person yourself. So I think I just found one. I'm super excited to be able to use them to get some money, right? So having a banker put through the application is going to be way easier, and it kind of guarantees higher limits most times. Now, meeting with the bankers who handle business credit and the business line of credit is going to be a game changer for your LLCs. So keep that in mind. Common fear for people. A lot of people don't get successful in this funding sequence or in this credit thing because they're scared of credit cards, and they're scared of credit card debt because they were taught bad things about credit. But remember, there's good debt and there's bad debt. Good debt is when you use the funds to make more money. You use the money to make money. That's good debt. Bad debt is spending the money to buy Gucci, a car that's not making you any money. No, if your car is making you money, that could be a good debt. But buying all these flashy items just to spend the money, just to pay monthly payments and not make any money, that's bad debt. Good debt is buying real estate, starting a business, etc., etc. Another common fear is, we're starting to get too many inquiries getting all these cards. Well, I just showed you how you can delete inquiries by calling and sending dispute letters. I have an ebook that have dispute letters for everything that we talk about. Like, I have every single dispute letter in there. You can get the ebook from me. I'll share that with you here in a second. So those are common fears that we're going to break down. So American Express play, right? So we're bringing in for a landing. American Express has a play that you can use to get multiple credit cards all at once. We call it the shotgun method, right? This is what you do. You find all the American Express cards that you want. You open up a bunch of browsers, especially if you have different browsers like Firefox, Safari, and all them things. Open them all up. Open up different tabs, right? Now, you want to open up the account, start filling out the applications for each different credit card. So I have the blue card, that's one. I have the Delta card, that's two. The platinum card, that's three. The gold card, that's four. The green card from Amex, that's five. The Hilton card, that's 6. And my other card is somewhere. I don't know where my other Amex card is. Right? So anyways, you have all these tabs open and you just fill it out all the way to the end, leave the submit button unpressed. And then when you're done, you just go submit, 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 submit them all at the same time. It's gonna pull one inquiry. And if everything else is okay, and you're fundable, you're gonna get approved with one inquiry. That's how you get 4 different Amex cards in one night. You're welcome. End the call. Bye. All right, that's fire. I don't see any fire in the chat. You guys are not getting this. So let me say it differently. Because words mean things. Words mean things. So I'm gonna paint the picture for somebody. I'm gonna paint the picture for you. Because words mean things. So I'm gonna use different words. How to get $20,000 from each American Express cards and get 4 of those $20,000 cards in one night. $20,000, $22,000, $27,000, no credit limit, no credit limit. Together right now, I have $200,000 in just 4 cards right here. 4 cards, almost $200,000 at least, almost. Because my spending power fluctuates between these 2 cards. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm not just saying, hey, here's how you get 4 American Express cards so you can look cool on your internet with your friends. I'm saying, here's how you get 20K, 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 20K in one night, 80K in one night with one inquiry. That's what I'm saying, guys. But you know what? I gotta calm down because I don't want you guys to hate me. But I want you guys to get it though. So these are some of my cards over there on the right side of the screen. You can see I got a bunch of American Express cards, right? So I want you guys to be able to capitalize on that. That's one of my favorite little gems that I use for Amex. So next is questions. But these are questions that I have for you. First question is, can you see yourself using the information that I share with you today to create some kind of business, to fix your credit? Can you see yourself winning with this information? If you can see yourself winning, drop a yes in the chat. Somebody said, this is good. This is good. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, yeah. So you guys can see how you can win, right? Here's what I don't want. I don't want you guys to put yes in the chat and then do nothing next week when I come on the masterclass and I ask you guys, hey, did anybody run this play? I need to see some yes in the chat, right? I don't want you to take this information I'm talking for 3 hours. We have 3 more minutes to go. I mean, I'm done yet. I want you guys to be able to use this to your advantage, right? So are you able to start something using other people's money? More yeses in the chat. Yes, yeah, somebody said, gotta fix that credit. Well, Tamika, come talk to me, right? Send me a message and we'll talk, right? I'll tell you how to reach out to us here in a few, right? No, throughout the presentation, would you say that your time was well spent? If it was well spent, keep putting some yes in the chat. Yes, I gave it away. No, my friends in the industry, they're like, I'm not doing what you're doing. Hell no. I'm like, why? They're like, oh, all the stuff that you talk about is in my mentorship program. So don't talk to my people on my page. No, that's called the law of scarcity. I am the law of abundance. My mentor, Myron Golden, says, and he makes millions per month, he says, I give out all my best information for free. So now you guys know me, like me, and trust me. So you guys feel obligated to pay me. Because after I give you all this free gem, the one day when I launch an ebook or something for $10, you're going to say, oh, this guy gave me so much value, I'm going to support his ebook. So why do I want to hold back the information that's going to change your life? And then guess what? I know a guy who bought all my products and I have it on the masterclass for free. He still bought all of it because that's some people's mind. So I'm giving it all away for free because I don't want the excuse. I want to give you guys the opportunity to put yourself in position to win. So if you like to spend more time with us, let me see a yes in the chat because we're going to do this every Sunday, right? Smart strategy. Of course, give away all the good stuff. People are going to come back for more. Trust me. Myron, let me tell you what Myron did. He put out free YouTube videos for me. And I started watching him, and he got me close up. Like he started back, reeling me back in the faith, because he's like teaching from a biblical standpoint. He's teaching business from a biblical standpoint. Myron Golden. It's also Doreen's mentor as well. So me and Doreen, we're in a similar mentorship program. Doreen is in one higher, I'm in the lower one. So he gave me all this free information, and I was like, yo, this dude is so good. Like, this is a game changer. So guess what I did? I went to one of his challenge. I paid him $397. And at the end of it, he sold me, he made an offer for $30,000. I said, baby, I'm paying for that. And I paid that $30K. And that's what taught me all these cool things that you see me doing right now. So is my money well spent? Of course. I'm not even done yet. You just see the things that we're building with my team. Like crazy. But speaking of my team, I want to show some love to my team. I have Shayna on the chat. Shayna on the chat. We have Shayna on the chat. Shayna is my super awesome assistant. No, Shayna is in the Philippines. So shout out to the Philippines, repping strong up in here. No, Shayna is brilliant at creating all. Matter of fact, Shayna created this presentation. Shayna created this presentation, and she's in the Philippines. So be careful who you judge, because a lot of people say, oh, she don't know anything about credit. She knows more than a lot of us. She created this presentation. I told her the things that I had in my mind, you know, things that I learned, things that I got from other people. I said, Shayna, this person talks about this in their program. This person talks about this in their program. Put it all together and give me a masterclass. Shayna did this. So shout out to Shayna, game changer. So if you don't have a VA, you need to get one, right? Anyways, I just want to show some love to my team, because without them, I don't know what I'll be doing. I'll be doing credit right now myself, right? So if you'd like to spend more time with us, right, I will show you how to do that in the end. So here's a few more client results, and then we'll wrap it up. We have some new clients. We got 5 items deleted. They got a 40-point increase. We got 17 items deleted. They got a 98-point increase. 5 items deleted. So I just want to remind you that we get things deleted for our clients, right? So we have 20 items. 20 items deleted. 9 late payments updated to positive, right? 20 items deleted, 9 updated to positive. And then 14 items deleted, 3 items added. So you can see that person got 14 things deleted, added some accounts, and then boom, they hit the 700 clubs, right? A few more results. We have 85-point increase, 85-point increase, 85 points, guys. 30 points, 47 points, 16 points, 39 points, right? More results. Come on, Shayna, you put a lot of results in here. Shayna trying to tell you something. She's trying to say, we know what we're doing. And I think she did a pretty good job at saying that. We know how to get stuff off, right? We can't promise you anything, but that's the best work. So if you like to do it yourself, here's what you do. Get the ebook, because we have everything in the ebook. Text my 800 to 844-497-1542. That's my offer today. If I have to offer you something, I'm offering you my ebook. My 800 to 844-497-1542. Take a screenshot, write it down, whatever you have to do. Get this ebook. Get this ebook. It will change the game for you, right? No, this is going to teach you how to repair your own credit, and it's going to include the letters as well. Right? All the letters that I use, the letters are in it as well, versus paying for my letters one by one at like $50 a piece. You can pay $34.99 for this ebook. $34.99 for this ebook, right? 844-497-1542. The ebook is going to go back to $99 soon, but I'm still on the birthday promotion, so $34, you get the ebook. So I created this ebook before I got an 800 credit score, because I am Mr. Big Faith. I created the My 800 ebook before I got an 800 credit score, because I am Mr. Big Faith. So I want to put some faith on you guys. You guys can achieve anything that you want, and you guys are going to watch me go create crazy wealth, or you're going to join me. I'd recommend that you join me on this journey, right? So go ahead and text that. No, if you like to have it done for you, where we do all the work and you just sit back and check your credit every month, then you can text START to 844-497-1542. Text START to 844-497-1542, and we'll get your personal credit the best that we can, right? So that's a little bit about that. No, credit repair, here's the price. The price is $500 to start and $99 per month. $500 for document processing, all the stuff that I have to do with my team and all that stuff, right? That's $500 admin fee. maintenance fee, startup fee, whatever you want to call it, and then 99 per month. And this is like the basic disputing that we do. No, we have an aggressive one that we use for Angel. Angel went from 500 to 800 credit score in 90 days. We use one for, what's that young lady's name? Rochelle. Rochelle went from 500, I think, to 700 in 1 month. 1 month. We also got our card deleted in 1 month. There's so many people that we got to the 800 club. They use aggressive disputing. No, the basic disputing still works pretty well, but some people don't like the monthly fee. They just want to pay and done. So that's why we have that $1,500 one, and it's more aggressive. We use a lot of consumer laws, a lot of CFPB, a lot of FTC, a lot of everything. We use everything, right, for that one. Right, no, bankruptcy people, I charge $2,500 for bankruptcy because your life is worth more than $2,500. Your freedom is worth more than $2,500. The bankruptcy is costing you way more than $2,500. So I think $2,500 is nothing to get a bankruptcy deleted. I know a girl, a young lady right now, a Latino girl, she charges $5,000 for bankruptcy. She has a lot of clients. $2,500 to get your bankruptcy off, or $850 for each bureau. So that's the normal price for credit repair. However, if you're on this for the last 3 hours, I have today's price. Today's price, if you want to get started with us, whether it's aggressive disputing, basic disputing, right, or bankruptcy, today's price is gonna be $299 to start instead of $500 and $99 per month. So you save what, $200 there, right? And then you have $997 for the aggressive method, so you save $500 there, right? And then bankruptcy, that's $1,500 versus $2,500. So you save $1,000 there. So you save $200, $500, and $1,000. No, there's a money back guarantee. If nothing gets deleted from your profile, then you get your money back. But once we delete stuff, you gotta call it business, because people are gonna delete stuff and then try to get their money back. That's not the way we roll around here. Still a business at the end of the day, right? So once we get stuff deleted, it's business. If nothing gets deleted, you get your money back. However, we're gonna keep on working until we get all the stuff that we can delete it. Unless you're getting sued by somebody, then you have to go deal with that with a lawyer. We're not lawyers, so we don't deal with that. And by the way, I forgot to say this because André is so not, like, just so you know, you can make a lot of money just by being yourself. You don't have to be the smartest, most detailed, organized person. I forgot to say this. I am not a financial advisor, like Sharika said, right? This is not financial advice. It's just me sharing information that I use to help myself, and you can use it to help yourself if you want to, right? But it's not financial advice. So if you want to get started today, it's $299 to start, $99 per month. I'd recommend this one, right, for most people. No, if you want to do the aggressive one, that's fine as well. It's a one-time fee. You don't have to pay any monthly, $997, and you get 13 months included. So I work on your credit for 13 months. I'm sure we can get something deleted in 13 months if we're getting people to 800 in 90 days. And then if you get something that shows up, something new, it's still already included. But don't go get anything new because André says 13 months, okay? All right, so we're gonna move on. Free gems. I'm gonna go free gems, and then I'm gonna bring this in for landing in the next 3 minutes. So bankrate.com, bankrate.com, bankrate.com. You can see all the credit card offers in the world. You go sign up, put your information in. They're gonna ask you about your score. They're gonna ask you for your last four. They're gonna do a soft pull on your credit, and they're gonna tell you everything that you're likely to get approved for. They're gonna tell you everything that you're likely to get approved for, from loans to credit cards to every single thing. This is information that I use for my own clients, and I pretend like I'm some genius. I literally use Bankrate, so you can use Bankrate as well. No, American Express has a 3x rule, so I want you guys to do this on this call. If you have everything, collection, everything, Uta, right? All right, no, free gems. Somebody drop some gems in the chat. Drop some diamonds in the chat for me. Right? Who's that? I like JT. JT's dope. JT, we need to talk. I might have something for you. All right. American Express 3x rule, right? Triple in your limit. No. A lot of people don't know that you can go to Amex and this $22,000 card, when it's time for my increase, I'm going to ask for $66,000 because Amex will triple your limit. So if you're on this call right now, I want you to do something real quick for me. For us. I want you to go to your Amex app and I want you to go to credit limit increase. right? We're gonna slow it down for a second. If you need a water break, take a water break. We're gonna slow it down for a second. I want you to go to your American Express app. But before we do this, who has an Amex? Drop an X in the chat if you have an Amex right now. Drop an X in the chat. I want to see who has an Amex. Drop an X in the chat, drop an X in the chat, drop an X in the chat if you have an Amex card right now. Man, nobody has Amex? You guys need to pay attention to my masterclass then. Okay, all right, we have 2 people that have Amexes. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to your Amex, right? And before you apply, I want you to up your income. No, I don't want you to lie and do something weird. I want you to, oh God, all right. So Tamika, you should be texting start to 844-497-1542. I'm gonna look out for you personally, right? You and I will do a personal call, not my team. I'll talk to you personally tomorrow, right? So I want you to go apply for this Amex increase. No, whatever your limit is, I want you to ask for 3 times your limit. So if your limit is 10,000, I want you to ask for 30,000. If your limit is 20,000, I want you to ask for 60,000. However, I want you to up your before you go too fast, guys, I want you to up your income. So if you're making less than 100, if you're making like 60K right now, I want you to put your partner's income, because American Express allows you to put household income. So if I'm making 50K and my partner is making 40K, the household income is now 90K. Hope you guys caught that. It's not a lie. My income plus her income equals 90K. So I want you to put the household income on this profile. They don't check it, so do whatever you want with that information, but I want you to put the household income on there. Then I want you to apply for a credit limit increase ×3, right? So credit repair, you text start to 844-497-1542. We'll get your credit repair right. No, check this out. When you guys get your approvals, 844-497-1542. Yeah, text the word start. Text the word start to that number, 844-497-1542. No, check this out. When you get your approvals, I want you to put in the chat if anybody got approved, right? I want you to put in the chat, and I want you to triple your limit. All right, moving on. Chase has the 524 rule. Chase is gonna deny you if you have 5 credit cards in the last 24 months. Don't even try. They're gonna deny you. Unless you have an RM, a relationship manager, then you're out of luck like me. I went in there with my big 798 credit score and they still deny me. Okay, yep. So you wanna go and you wanna age off your accounts outside of 24 months before you apply with Chase. So me right now, I'm not applying for anything. I'm staying in the garden. I'm gonna wait until I kind of calm down because I have too many cars apparently, right? And then I'm gonna go back to Chase and I'm gonna get that 75K. That's my goal. Right now, Navy Federal have the infinite pledge loan hack. Remember what I said, you don't have to do 1 pledge loan. You can do 1 pledge loan every month, 1 pledge loan every week, 1 pledge loan every year, or 1 pledge loan every day. I wouldn't recommend that you do 1 per day or 1 per week, but 1 every other month. You know, if you're trying to build a beefy profile, but don't do too much because then your debt to income is going to be affected. Because remember, these are still loans. So before you buy a house, you're gonna have to pay these off because they're gonna say high debt to income. But they're good for what they are. They're good for building your profile. So I have both 6 pledge loans on my profile because I did this. You can have you can have any amount of pledge loans, infinite. The limit is $100,000. So my next goal is to do a $100,000 pledge loan because I did an 80K pledge loan. I'm gonna do a 100K pledge loan, right? All right. Livestream auto loan hack. They don't verify that they actually use it for a car. No, they put the money in my account and they didn't buy a car and they didn't call me and they didn't ask me. My friends did it. My clients did it. All of my other credit people, their clients did it. Nobody ever got a phone call. They don't care. They just want you to use the money and pay them back. All right, next is how to liquidate a credit card. So a lot of people have been waiting for this. Yes, pledge loan is online. You can go inside. I never went inside before, but it's online. You can do it online. Because remember, I called them, my brother on the line. He was in Florida. I was at home. We were in person. I think we were in person, but we did over the phone and they did it for us. No, liquidating a credit card. No, liquidating that credit card is a game changer. So you have these high limit credit cards, but no, know what, Andre? You got $22,000, $27,000, $40,000, $50,000. Good for you. No, how do you get the money off the credit card? There is a program called ADP. ADP is also the same people that you use to process payroll, right? You process payroll using ADP. That means if you're on this call, you should be set up to where you're paying yourself from your LLC. You should be an employee of your own company. So on ADP, easy to sign up for. Go ahead and sign up for ADP. Pay yourself $5,000 per month or whatever money you make in your business, and then that's gonna be the way how you get bank statements. I mean, proof of income, pay stubs. So my new apartment, when they ask me for my pay stubs, I don't have a job. I have a business, but they don't like business. They don't respect business. So guess what I do? On my paper, I put employed. They say, who's your employer? I put in big letters, Big Faith Consulting. It's not a lie, it's my employer. What is their address? I put their address. What is their phone number? 888-419-4232, right? No, I pay myself using ADP, right? Pay myself using ADP. That creates pay stub, then I can go buy this big, nice Benz. Imagine if you can pay yourself $10,000 per month. Then you can qualify for any house that you want to get. Any house. I know a young lady that's qualified for a $500,000 house because she paid herself. Like, people use some hacks, man. I'm telling you. No, she can afford the house because she has a partner and they both have a job, but that's a hack that they use to get their $500,000 mortgage. So I'm saying that very soft because I want you guys to really understand. You can get your mortgage using that. You can get the highest mortgage that you want if you know how to leverage this to your advantage. A lot of people that you see driving nice cars and that's what they're doing right now. They're creating an entity, paying themselves, and then they use a pay stub to proof of income on top of their other job, on top of their business pay stubs or their business bank statements, like I did, etc., etc., etc. No, how do you get the money off the credit card? Is you use the credit card to pay the payments. So ADP allows you to, I don't remember the name. Let me look it up real quick in my notes. The name, there is a way where ADP they have a partner, right? Wait, let me look it up. ADP payroll using credit card, using credit card. So ADP has this partner called Plastique, right? They have this partner called Plastique that you can run payroll with, right? So once you sign up for ADP, just tell them that you want Plastique, but I think Plastique stopped working. So the next one is called Zil Money, ZIL Money. So you connect Zil Money to ADP, and then Zil Money is gonna say, how do you want to pay? Well, Zil Money, glad you asked. I want to use my Plastique is outdated, Kira. So we're gonna use Zil Money. So you get Zil Money, you put your $27,000, $30,000, $40,000 card on Zil Money, and then you pay yourself from your card. No, it comes with fees, obviously. So I'm not like saying that this doesn't have any fees. I'm just showing you how to create high limit pay stubs, high pay stubs to show a high proof of income, which can make you qualify for anything that you want to qualify for, including Lamborghinis and $1 million houses. Because if your business makes a lot of money, you can pay yourself a lot of money, right? No, that's one thing that I'm trying to show you. The next thing I'm trying to show you is how to get the money off the card. So when you pay yourself, you can do what we call one-time payments. So this card has $22,000, I believe. So yeah, $22,000 for this card. If I wanted to take $21,000 off, all I had to do is make a one-time payment for $21,000. No, IRS is gonna grab you and they're gonna take their money, right? However, I was gonna not have $22,000 anyway, so might as well just be out, just run the play. Like you have to pay to play in life, right? So I'm gonna pay a little fees just so I can have $20,000 to invest in this property. It is what it is. So I just showed you how to create pay stubs so you can qualify for apartments, cars, whatever it is. Like literally, guys, this top 21st floor apartment, there's nobody above me. I can see the city, Buckhead. Like I didn't do anything special. I just ran the play. I just ran the play and I was able to get this apartment. You know what the girl said to me? She's like, oh, you have great proof of income. Of course I do. I work for Big Faith Consulting. What you talking about? I just want to paint the picture. No, here's another gem for you that I didn't talk about. Oh, good. What about filing taxes? Great question, Ruta. No, when it comes down to filing taxes, I'm not a CPA or none of that, but ADP has the tax already calculated for you. ADP already pulled out the deductions the IRS wants, so you don't have to worry about it. And if you're really worried, just find a CPA and tell him, hey, I ran the play with ADP. I have a few things that I want to pay, and he's gonna, you know, they do what they do. They know, and they know about this play. They know. I'm pretty sure that they're the one who told us to do this, right? Because they know a lot of stuff, right? So anyways, I showed you how to create pay stubs like I did, right? Liquidate the credit cards, if you want to, you know. No, I'm gonna show you, damn it, what was I gonna show you? Oh, okay, next is if you have a job, no, this part is tricky. It's only for the ambitious amongst us. It's only for the high level thinkers, not for everybody. So if you're a high level thinker on this call, which you should be, this might be for you. If not, it's okay, don't worry. No, there's a lot of people, what they do is this, and it's very pricey, but they get paid from their job, right? They get paid from their job. They connect the what's that thing called? The ADP to the account where their money goes to. They pay themselves into a LLC. So let me draw it out. Paycheck comes in to Navy Federal. Money comes out of Navy Federal, go through ADP, goes from your ADP card, your ADP profile to your Chase business account. So now it shows that you have transaction going into your business account, even though it's your paycheck. No, it could be expensive because after a certain while, it's going to be like too much owner's contribution, because it's not going to look like your business creating money to your CPA. He's going to say, you might want to pay some taxes, but these are gems that people use to create wealth. I'm just showing you. I'm not telling you which one to use. I'm just showing you everything. So people are creating proof of income, proof of deposits, proof of everything using their 9 to 5. 9 to 5 pays you, goes into your ADP, comes out of your ADP to your Navy Federal account, right? And then you have proof of income in Navy Federal. You get a high limit credit card from them. You can liquidate the credit card. You can provide pay stubs, and I know you have 2 pay stubs, because you can have 2 jobs. So you have your job paying you, and you have Big Faith paying you. Crazy game changer. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm tired. I gave you guys everything. So what's coming soon is Big Faith Academy. It's gonna be a private group mentorship program that's gonna talk about personal credit and business credits, business funding, everything. I'm gonna talk about everything in that program. So that's not ready yet, but just be on the lookout for that one. So that's how you can follow me. My social media is Mr. Big Faith. Go ahead and follow me, reshare. If you learned anything tonight, go ahead and tag me, show some love. Please repeat the last gem. Please repeat the last gem. The last gem is you can get paid in your personal bank accounts. You can direct deposit the money from the personal bank account into your business account, or if you're smart, you use your ADP connected to your personal account, pay your business bank account from your ADP using your personal bank account. So now you're providing transactions to your business account so you can get funding. You can use the ADP and Zelle money to pull the $50,000 off the card. Then you can use the money to invest in whatever you want. So create pay stubs using ADP and Zelle money. Pull the money off the card using Zelle money. Put money into your LLCs in your business bank accounts using your job. So it shows transactions. So when you go for money, they give you a lot of money. And you run the play in a loop over and over and over. But talk to your CPA, because you're gonna have some, fees and all that stuff. But If you need to get 100K in the next 5 minutes, and that's what you have to do, it's no, you can't say I didn't tell you. So follow me on social media, reshare me, post me, whatever you want to do. Just show some love, okay? All right, questions. For all the people that stuck around, I appreciate you. Okay, so iPhone, since you're asking questions, go ahead and just ask me the question. Just unmute yourself and let's talk. So if you guys got some value, like Tamika says, drop some gems in the chat, drop some fires in the chat. I want 100 new comments in the chat. Just blow up the chat, blow up the chat. No questions will be written in the chat anymore. No, you have to talk to me, like use your voice. So first person, raise your hand. We'll call on you. You can unmute yourself. First person. So I'm gonna stop sharing. Stop sharing. No, it's you and I. Shayna is taking some pictures. So if you can turn on your camera, that's pretty dope. Right. All right. So who was the person with the question? Somebody had a question. Somebody had a question. No. The next time you ask me a question, it's gonna be $1,000. Yes, I charge $1,000. $1,000 for questions. So you might as well ask me some questions now while it's free. Going once. When I get to 3, I'm going to turn off the camera. Going twice. Going 3 times. Bye. It's been a beautiful night. My name is Mr. Big Faith. You can find me on social media at Big Faith, Mr. Big Faith, or bigfaithconsulting.com. That's, oh, there she goes. As soon as I was about to click the button, you're lucky. Saved by Kira. All right, Kira, what is your question? You can unmute yourself.
Okay, hello. You too quick for me, Mr. Big Faith. You should see my notes. Okay, so I did have a couple questions. Thank you. This meeting was wonderful, as always. What are my questions?
What questions do you have? My question is.
It was something about a heart. Okay.
Heart inquiry?
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay. All right. Here's one question. Okay. I wanted to know, this question is regarding the pledge loan.
Mm-hmm.
So my question with that was I know you could do it from as low as $1,000 to $50,000. So I wanted to know, did the amount affect the result? Like,
Got it. So you're asking, does the pledge loan amount matter?
does it matter whether you put, like, okay, you're going to do it all over and over again, but if you put like something on the lower end, does it affect the result of what we're trying to actually do with it?
Great, such a great question. Yo, drop some fire in the chat for that question. Hey, probably the best question so far, like from all my masterclass. So, good question. So it does not affect it. That's an easy answer. No, remember, all we want to show is that we have a loan and we paid it off. So it could be $1 zillion as long as you pay it off and it shows 90% paid off. And it sits on your profile for the next couple of years. No, if you pay it off in 1 month, that's stupid. Then why did you do a pledge loan for 1 month?
Right.
You want it as long as possible, of course, right? But it could be, a lot of people will say, oh, it has to be like over $3,000, which I somewhat advise you to do as much as you can. So if you can do 3,000, do 3,000. But I did a 250 for myself. I did a 250 for my brother. I did a 10,000 for my brother. I did a 10,000 for myself. I did 9,000 for my brother. I did 30K for myself, 50K for myself. So nothing changed, like really, when I did it, because all the action is still the same. Get it, pay it off, let it sit. Get it, pay it off, let it sit. If you're gonna buy a house, like I said, and if you're gonna buy a house and you have 250K loans, pledge loans on there, you want to pay them off before you buy the house, because your underwriter is gonna say your debt to income is out the roof. What are you doing?
Okay.
Right, so let's keep that in mind. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, cool.
So that answered the question.
I did have another question.
All right, wait, hold on. I want to give everybody a chance. So
I didn't think anybody had questions. Okay.
I want to hear iPhone and then we'll get back to you. Okay, Kira?
Take it. I'm with it. Okay.
All right, iPhone, with your hands raised.
Good evening. How you doing, big man?
I'm doing great. Better know that I'm talking to you.
Man has I respect, my dad. So my question is this, man. So like, I think I have a little bit of knowledge as it relates to dealing my credit, but for some reason, whenever I try to keep my utilization rate down, if I charge, let's say $1,000 for the month, I try to pay the $1,000 off. But for some reason, I can't get past 730 or 720 or whatever the case is. So like, any advice as to what I'm doing wrong or how I can improve my score to get beyond that hump of 720, 730? Like, it just seems to be rough, you know what I mean? Like I'm looking at your credit report and I'm like, man, like you there, bro. Like you there where we all trying to get to, but like for us that's somewhat doing everything right in our eyes, it just seems like we can't get beyond that hump. So like any advice, any gem that you could drop on us and say, hey, yeah, as much as y'all doing everything right, like try this or do this instead. I mean, like I picked up the pledge loan part. So I'm gonna do that. I'm ex-military myself and I have Navy Fed. So come tomorrow, Monday, I'm gonna go down to the bank. I'm gonna start a pledge loan, but like it has to be something else that I'm missing that I can just get over that hump.
All right. JT Reed is laughing because JT Reed is saying, you want more information than what he gave you? He gave you all the gems, but I know what you mean. Sometimes you don't know where the disconnect is. Like you just don't know which one is stopping you. So for you, we'd have to look at your profile. The good thing is that I do free consultations for free and you don't have to buy anything, right? It's pretty fast though, because you know, there's a lot of people that want to buy stuff, but we'll do a free consultation. But here is a gem.
I'm sign up. I send the text and sign up already. So my information now. So as soon as you reach out, then I'm good.
By the way, before I answer that question, how did you find me?
You know what I'm a party who send me the link. Name J Peach, Chinsu.
Turn off the accent because they don't. Other people are not Jamaican.
Chinsu. We were stationed in Guantanamo Bay together, and we were actually on the call. We were on a phone call every now and then. We just checking, you know, like I was an E5, he was an E6, so he was my NCO, and we stayed close. So he's like, hey man, like you might want to check out this dude, you know, he's my boy and stuff. So he has this masterclass going on. So he sent me the link. So I've just been, you know, listening and stuff. So
let's go. I love that. Yeah, that's my boy as well. Like we have a lot of history together.
So yeah, he's doing big things.
Yes, he is. I was just at his baby shower a few months ago. But all right, let's answer your question because I know Kira have one more, and the call is supposed to end at 11, but it's so good. We're at 11:30. But here's the deal: when you pay down your utilization, does it change on your credit report, on the consumer report?
Yes.
It change. Do you see it goes from 33% to 18% to 12%? Like, do you see changing?
So my utilization rate stays low. Like I've never like maxed up my credit card to where in which it shows on my utilization rate. So what I mean is, for example, I don't use my debit card, right? I try to use my credit card for everything. So if I say I'm gonna spend $1,000 on this month, right? I use $1,000 on the credit card, and then before the statement close date, I pay off the $1,000, right? But for some reason, I mean, maybe I'm paying, maybe I'm spending more too soon. Maybe that's my issue, but I'm just not sure, like, what is it that, or maybe there's stuff on my credit report I can't see that's holding my credit down or whatever. Because again, I'm not being denied funding. For example, I went on, because maybe this is another gem for people that don't know, you can go on Amex and then do the pre-approval on Amex, and Amex will tell you all about the stuff that you're qualified for. So in my case, I'm qualified for everything, but again, I can't get beyond that hump. So I don't know. And same thing with Navy Fed, right? When I go on Navy Fed has a pre-approval tool. You know, I go on there, I fill out the pre-approval tool. No hard pull, no hard inquiry, soft inquiry, both of them. So and again, I'm being pre-approved for the flagship card. I have the flagship up to $30,000 on the flagship. I have pretty much all the Navy Federal like high limit credit cards. I mean, it's not business; it's personal. right? But again, I just can't get beyond at home, so I don't know.
Yeah, so on our call, we're gonna break that down, but since you asked the question, it could be a few things, and then we'll let Kira speak. So it could be a few things. It could be the credit age, which a lot of people is like, that's my problem right now. The credit age. No, I know how to fix my problem, but I guess I'm spoiled because I do credit for a living. I don't want to pay anybody to put me on their card. I don't want to buy that 10 years because I know how to do it. So I'm just gonna age up my profile and build everything that's beautiful. When I get my mortgage, it's gonna go like next level, right? So for you, it could be the credit age, which a lot of people, if you check your credit age, it might be 4 years or whatever. So keep that in mind. But we'll talk about that on our call. It could be that you're reusing your cars too much, so the utilization is not really reporting as paid down. But it doesn't sound like that's the case, because it sounds like you're pretty savvy with the credit and you have a lot of access to credit. No, it could be that you don't have enough credit mix. You don't have a decent credit mix on your profile, because remember, you get points for having a diverse credit mix. You get points for having aged accounts. You get points for no late payments. You get points for paying on your cards. You get points for new credit, right? So it has to be a combination or one of those, either one of those or a combination of those. So on your call, we'll talk about that in details. But if there's no negative item, it's 100% one of those reasons. So we'll break that down. Is that okay?
Manners and respect. Thanks.
All right, bless up, fam. All right, Kira, back to you. Ask the question like very direct, so people hear the question, and then I'll give you the answer very direct. And then if anybody else have any questions, feel free to raise your hands, and then we'll bring it in for a landing and call it a night. All right, Kira is up.
Okay, so this goes way back to the beginning of your presentation. And it's about the dispute letters. So I do understand that you have to send some identification with them. What can I send with the driver's license if there is no utility bill that I can send?
That's a good question. Do you know what? It's an easy one. But since you asked, I love the answer. What you could do is you go to your banking app and you click on bank statement, screenshot that thing and print it.
Got you.
Game changer. Also, what I see a lot of people doing, damn, I don't remember the name of this thing, but there's a way to like get a utility in your name. Like there's so much gems. Like life has loopholes. You just gotta find one and use it. But for easy answer, use bank statements. Most of my clients, I tell them to use bank statements because, believe it or not, most adults don't have things in their name. They live with a person that have things in their name, right? I have a lot of clients, 200 clients, and a lot of them don't have things in their name, and I can't believe it. But hey, I'm not the judge. Use the bank statement. Make sure you change the address. Use the bank statement. And then here's another gem, since you asked that great question. When you're doing disputes, it's better if your driver's license have the same address as your dispute letter and your proof of income. I mean, your proof of address.
Okay.
So if you live the same place and your driver's license say the same address, the proof of income says the same, the proof of address says the same address, then that's good. And bank statements, you can easily change the address, like JT said. Easily change the address.
I think that's a different problem. It's for my daughter. I was gonna try to help her out, but that's a different problem that she has right there. Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you. Look, let me tell you something. You are too quick for us sometimes. Like all of this is notes that I took tonight. Like, and I'm sure everybody else's look just like that. But we was on it. And I can't wait until next week. I'll be right here. Well, if you're here, are you going to be back Sunday?
Yes, I'll be here next Sunday. So
okay.
The masterclass, you can come as many times as you want, but it's going to be the same masterclass. I might do I got to talk to my team because I have a team, so I got to consult with them. I gotta talk to my team and see if we can do the Navy Federal next class. Because the Navy Federal, even though I just talked about it in like brief, it's a whole masterclass.
It was good.
It's a whole, somebody said, yes, please. It's a whole masterclass.
Yes.
So,
Rita, yes,
so
we
I'm
on
gonna
we
talk
on them. We're gonna beg them. Okay,
I gotta
I'm
talk
done.
because here's the deal. Here's the truth. I like to be transparent. The Navy Federal class, it was created for sale, and this was created for free. I did it for free the first time so I can record it. Now I sell it.
How
So
much is it?
my team, I haven't put together the way you can buy it yet, but I have a person that creates my prices. So once she finalizes everything, we're gonna sell it, right? But since she hasn't done it yet, I'm sure they're not gonna die if I do it one more time, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's my company, so I'm sure they'll be all right, right? But
Yeah.
I might do that again. But here's the thing: my team has moving parts. Like Shayna, she creates a bunch of graphics and flyers, so now she's gonna have to go create Navy Federal things.
I'll do it.
I'll see what I can do for you. We might do an intimate session with like 5 of us, JT, you, and a few other people, right? But we'll talk about that. But I'm probably gonna do one more time because I want to do it better than I did the first time, and I want to drop some more gems in it. So just keep that in mind. But all right, anybody else have any other questions? Any questions? Tamika, any questions? Jason, iPhone, Rita. All right, anybody else? You guys got some value? All right.
Yes, great. Thank you, Andre. No questions. I mean, how can we have questions? You touched on everything.
That's pretty awesome. I'm glad I could assist. So here's what I need from you guys now. Go ahead and just give me a shout out on your page. I want more people to see this because if I can help one person, I can help 100 people. And if we can help 100 people, like, no, you and your family. Oh my God, let me tell you about this. I forgot. Yo, anybody that stayed to the end, you guys are always gonna get the gems. All right, let me tell you what my mentorship group are doing right now. I got a pimple right here. It wasn't there when I started the call. That's crazy. All right, let me tell you what my group's doing right now. We're doing this play, right? Can't say I didn't hook you up. We're doing this play with friends, so it has to be good friends, like people that you call your sister and your brother, but they're friends. Like I guess like one of my friend that I kept saying my brother, Kemar, that's not my brother by blood, but it's my brother. JP is my brother, right? So here's what we're doing right now. In my mastermind group with my high level people that make hundreds of $1,000s per month. This is what we're doing. We're getting the kids set up with their LLCs. We're getting the kids authorized user, primaries, all that. So we're getting the kids right. We're teaching them credit. So now, you know how every kid knows about like how to use a computer. Every kid knows how to ride a bicycle. You know, like the kids know how to do the stuff that we teach them. They need to know credit too. It needs to be mandatory in your household. Your kid needs to be talking about charge off and collections and things when they're 9 years old, because that's going to position them. Like my brother, he will never have a late payment. That man check his credit every day. I was like, bro, you don't have to check it every day. You will have like aneurysms in your brain, like chill. But this man check his credit every day because he understands and he values it. So you see that message that she put in the chat? That's something that was in our household. That should be eradicated in the next 10, 20, 30 years. Like the kids that are born in 2050, they shouldn't be saying that. Everybody should be teaching this in your household, right? So here's what my friends are doing now, my high level friends. They're getting their kids set up right? So follow me. The kids are set up right, personal credit, business credit. So how they do the business credit for the kids, it's kind of like a hack. They get the personal credit right. They open LLCs for them in the kid's name. When I say in the kid's name, meaning the LLC name, like when JT was 10, he was still JT. So the LLC name is JT Reed LLC or JT Reed Holdings or JT Real Enterprise, right? But his name is in it, right? Later on, when JT is 18, they transfer ownership to JT. So the LLC is now 18 years old. Wow. What? What do you mean? Right? Right? See, right? So now the LLC is 18 years old. Maybe you do it when they're 15, so the LLC is 3 years old. But the age LLC is way better than a brand new LLC because they think you've been in business for a long time. So they give you more money, they give you higher funding. So that's one thing that they do. No, married people, before married people, everybody is getting their own LLCs and they're getting multiple LLCs. 7 is like the norm right now. Like 7 LLCs is like the norm. You have to have the holding company, you have to have the funding company 1, funding company 2, funding company 3. You have to have the company that does the actual thing that you do credit repair. You have to have the company that does the spin-off thing, because when you fix one problem, you get another problem. When I fix your credit, Tamika, then the next problem is gonna be, Andre, I need funding, man. Everybody is getting funding. I want funding too. So after I fix your credit, I create a new problem for you. So I have another LLC called Big Faith Academy, Big Faith Credit, Big Faith Consulting, Big Faith Academy. So I have a spin-off. So we have multiple LLCs. Then, so I have the LLCs in my personal name. Then my wife, which I don't have yet, my wife, I say, hey baby, let's fix her personal credit is gonna be perfect already because she's with Mr. Big Faith. But no, she gets her personal credit structured properly. She gets her own 7 LLCs, or maybe you want to do 1 if you don't want to spend all that money, right? You do 1 LLC. When you do the 1 LLC, you do an LLC together. What you talking about, boy? You do an LLC together. So no, JT, you have an LLC. Tamika, I'm gonna pair with JT. Hopefully y'all are single. You have an LLC, and now you have the LLC together. So that day when you walk into Chase, you tell them, hey, when you book your appointment, you're gonna say, it's gonna be a double appointment because my wife is gonna get funding too. So you sit in that nice cushy chair, and you say, Chase, my name is JT Reed. I would like Chase Business Inc. Oh, you've been approved, 50K. Awesome, thank you. Hey, my name is Tamika Reed. I would like a 50K funding credit card too. Oh, so sorry, you've been only approved for 48K. Still good. You get your 48K. And then you guys hold hands and you say, hi Chase, we're the Reeds and we would like 50K on this third LLC. Wait, what do you mean? So your LLC gets 50K, her LLC gets 50K in the same, I'm talking about the same day, right? And then the family LLC, the married LLC gets 50K, 150K, just like that. No, not every bank allows you to do multiple applications on the same day, but you will talk to them and they'll tell you, right? So that's 3 different funding strategies in one. And then the friendship thing comes in. If you have friends that have excellent credit, you want to create an LLC with them, but only good friends, not the ones that you kind of know. Only good friends, right? And then when you go to when you have your friends, your meetups, everybody should have LLCs. Every friend should have an LLC. So when it's time to buy a building, I'm telling you what these guys are doing, not things that I've done yet. These are what my high-level friends are doing. They all have LLCs and they're all getting 100K and they're buying like multi-family properties, 18 units, 26 units, 34 units. I'm like, yo, I need some better friends. I need some better friends because these dudes are running up the bags. Imagine we all go to Chase and we all walk out with 100K. Times 12, that's $1.2 million. You can buy any building in Atlanta with a $1.2 million down payment. So I just wanted to share with you guys what my high-level friends are doing, but because I know a lot of people don't have the big money to join these mentorship programs, but hey, that's what I see them doing, so I'm gonna share it with you. So that's the perk of knowing Mr. Big Faith. But anyways.
I have one question.
Okay, run it.
Did you say, if I heard you correctly, would we do the LLC? You said don't make it a sole member?
No, yeah. We want to be official, baby. We don't want to do no sole member.
Okay.
Like, proprietors, like, like they don't respect you. You're a sole prop. JT, you better have a question, man. You've been giving energy all night. What's your question? But no, yeah, no sole prop, please. No
okay, so which do you recommend?
LLCs to start. When you start making 50K and more per year, then your CPA, if you have a good one, he's gonna tell you, hey, you wanna either keep your LLC and file as a I think an S Corp, C Corp, whatever. Like those people know their stuff, but they'll tell you when to switch. They'll tell you
LLC then, okay?
LLC to start. You know, that from the testimonials. She was a nurse. She quit her job. We got her personal funding, business credit. She started the cryotherapy thing. She's making $1,000 in a day and all that cool stuff. So she quit her job, right? Her business took off. Like she has 2 businesses now. She teach people, which is 1 business. Remember I said when you learn something, you can teach it too. When you have, like, I can teach credit repair as well, like Doreen and them. So she created the business. She started making money, and then she started selling the information to create the business. Now she has 2 nice income streams. So guess what she did? She went back to her CPA, and the CPA said, "Oh no, baby, you need to change this." So now they have I think she has an S corp. Because CPAs will tell you when it's the right time to change it.
Are you able to share her information for her classes?
For the cryotherapy thing?
Yes.
Oh, you want to learn cryotherapy?
It's not for me, it's for a friend of mine. She was
Okay.
interested in it.
Okay. Do you have me on social media?
No, what is it?
Mr. Big Faith, come on now. I put it up there.
Okay. Mr. Big Faith. Okay. Mr.
Yeah,
Big
put your
Faith.
message on social media, and I'll make a personal connection because I think she's gonna reply faster. Thank you. If it's like personal connection.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we have iPhone. iPhone have another question, I think. Or that's the old question. iPhone, do you have one?
Yeah, I'm just looking for you on here now. You said Mr. Big Faith, right?
Yes. Who's that? Ruta?
Yes.
Okay. Whose iPhone?
Wait, this is not yours. Nah, this doesn't look like you. It says servant of the most high rapper for the kingdom. That's not you, is it?
No, you have to spell it the way I spell it in the chat.
Oh, wait, let me look at the chat.
Yeah, not MR Big Faith.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, Mr. Big Faith. All right. Any more questions before we go? All right. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead and show me some love on social media. Oh, there it is. There's a link. Shayna's on it.
Okay, I'll message you. So just remember my name, Ruta. I'll message you.
Okay, I'll look up for you right now.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
have a question, but I did want to congratulate you on your good meeting.
A good call. Nice. I appreciate it. Who's that? Who's talking?
This is JT.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the energy because honestly, I'm gonna miss with everybody right now. If your camera wasn't on, my energy would be completely different. So the whole time I was focused on you, the one on camera, because that's where I get my energy from. And I see the energy and the face expressions. Whenever you went like this, then I know, okay, I'm doing good. When you went like this, I pulled back, I was like, okay, he didn't hear me. So I had to like repeat. So I appreciate that. No, Kira's on. No. I appreciate you, Queen. I appreciate you. But all right, that's my social media. Go ahead and repost me so your friends can see it. What we're doing is not just trying to make money, right? We're gonna make money naturally. We make money. What we're doing, we're trying to empower the people so we have no excuse moving forward. That way, we're gonna get rich just giving away free gems. We're not worried about the money. We want the people to be put in position because here's the truth. When I fix your credit repair problem, you're gonna have a funding problem and you're gonna have to come to me. You're gonna say, I want funding, I want to get 100K. And then we're gonna do business together. So I don't have to worry about giving away the free information. So I want you guys to share this with people to get them in a better position, then you can run plays with your friends. Make sense?
Yes.
I know 3 guys, they just did a challenge, three friends. They fixed their credit, they got business funding, they just did a challenge. They did, what was it? 3.5 million? 3.5 million in a week. Black men, million in a week. Million.
Wait, and they made that much on what, business credit?
No. They did a challenge, 5-day challenge. 3 of them, they made 3.5 million in a week.
Wow.
Because they fixed their credit, they all had their LLCs, they put their LLCs together, got all this money, invested in themselves, created this awesome thing, and then did their challenge and they sold it. It's a high ticket thing. That's why the money was so big. It's a high ticket thing. They had a couple hundred people buy it, or maybe less than 100 people buy it, and boom, millions of dollars. So anyways, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go sign off and go eat the leftovers for my dinner. Jamaican. So I will see you guys on the next call. No, if you sign up for this call, I have the permission to email you. So if I decide to do Navy Federal for the next call, then you get an email saying Navy Federal.
Navy Federal. I'm looking
If
forward
you-
to that email.
Yeah, do Navy Federal. We'll have our cameras on.
Okay,
be
if I
there.
do Navy Federal, if I do Navy Federal, you guys have to invite 5 people minimum.
Okay.
No
All right,
problem.
Shayna, please,
Got
Shayna.
you.
I don't even have that many
André.
pens.
Okay, Shayna's gonna talk. Shayna, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you put it on our calendar for Navy Federal? We're gonna do Navy Federal for the next only
Next
one more
Sunday?
time. Only one more time next Sunday.
Okay, last time will be on Sunday. All right.
All right, thank
Oh,
you.
you out all week. Okay.
All right, family. I appreciate you hanging out. You guys must love credit. You guys are still on.
You.
It's you.
Night, everybody.
I appreciate you.
Night,
Good night.
everyone.
All right. Good night, everybody.
As usual, I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
We gotta stop the Facebook.